Is this for us?
Yeah, I told Erica throw those in when
Okay.
you guys can. It's just 2 call to action you should
Okay.
get in before the show. You can
Cool.
read it right off the page.
Okay.
You're live.
We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Hey, DBL Nation, what's up? It's Sam Shocker and Erica Cobb. We are getting ready for the show right now, so just disregard if you hear us talking to the control room, etc. We have really good topics that we're going to cover today. Of course, one, as far as the Texas shooting goes, we're going to focus on honoring the victims. So we're going to talk about the victims, especially some of the victims who have lost 3 generations within one family. That's 8 members, 3 generations, and we're going to talk about that family and some other families as well. And then what I wanted to talk to Erica about right now is the FSU death within the Greek system. So also on Daily Blast Live, we're going to talk about the Greek system, whether or not we think that it's, and we want to get your take. So please let us know your take, whether it differs from ours. And I don't even know if we have the same opinion. Were you in a sorority?
I was not. No, I was not in a sorority, and there's a good reason why.
Oh my God, I can't wait to hear. Okay, I was not in a sorority either. I went to UCLA. You went to?
DePaul University.
Okay. And first of all, for the FSU story, there was a 20-year-old student that due to binge drinking, and of course they're still investigating the story, but due to binge drinking and hazing, they believe that that's how he lost his life. Sorry, I'm also being talked to in my ear as well. So now that school has a suspension on the Greek system. She's talking to the control room as well. I think it's an antiquated system. Statistically, let me just go over some statistics, and I know that they raise a ton of money, and I think that's awesome. But statistically, it does contribute to rape culture. Okay, so 86% of fraternity members, 86% of them binge drink compared to 45% of non-members. As far as sexual assault and rape goes, fraternity members are 3 times more likely to commit sexual assault and rape. Sorority girls are more likely to be victims of sexual assault and rape. Sorority girls are also more likely to suffer from body image dysmorphia as well as eating disorders. So for those reasons alone, it does scare me. And then at UCLA, I don't know how it was at your university, but at UCLA, it was very exclusive, and like the pretty girls, because I know that's a subjective term, but the pretty girls were all like in one sorority and they had to be picked. And to me, that just rubbed me the wrong way. But again, I could be completely biased because of my experience, and I'm totally open to that. And if you have a great experience in the Greek system, I want to hear your take, and I would love to hear the other side.
Well, I think the Greek system conversation is interesting because it feels like it's so homogenized, but it's actually not. I mean, there are a lot of different chapters and different sororities and fraternities that don't look like one another at all. Obviously, we have the historically black sororities. We have, or also there are other ethnicities and races that also will have their own sororities and fraternities. But the reason why I wasn't in the Greek system is because in Chicago there is this thing called the brothel law.
The what?
The brothel law.
The brothel law.
Yes, which apparently today I just found out is actually an urban legend. But it's such a long-standing urban legend that even when I enrolled in DePaul or any school within the city limits in Chicago, and there are other cities that are like this, there is this old wives' tale that says that if more than 8 women unmarried live in a home together, it's considered a brothel. So as a result, there aren't any Greek houses in the Chicago systems when it comes to universities. And
wait, really quickly, there are no actual fraternity and sorority houses.
None.
So where do so is there not a Greek system?
Well, see, that's the reason why I think when people say that, oh, well, you're trying to destroy the Greek system, there are plenty of Greek systems that exist out there that do not have homes. The issue really is coming from the houses. It's the parties. It's this a very homogenized way of living. It's also very hierarchical in terms of like who's on top and who's in the middle, and then who are the people at the bottom. Those things only exist.
Who can afford it? I know when I was in college, I was dead broke, and even if I wanted to become a member of a sorority, I didn't have the means to do so financially.
Well, yeah, and so, I mean, when people talk about like they're trying to kill the Greek system, well, what a part of the Greek system is it that you're trying to kill? Because at the end of the day, it's parties versus philanthropy. And if it's really about the philanthropy, those things exist without the houses.
That's interesting because yes, the philanthropy and Ebony is part of the Greek system. Ebony, I went over some of the statistics that alarm me. You know, I'm biased because I was never in a sorority. And at UCLA, I had a negative experience because some of the girls that I knew were I forget what sorority they ended up becoming members of, but they were literally handpicked because they were so beautiful. And that rubbed me the wrong way, okay? They're so pretty, they're being handpicked, but more importantly, when I was looking at the statistics of why certain universities are suspending the Greek system was because, and I was telling Erica, 85% of fraternity members are binge drinkers. And that's opposed to 45% of non-members. Fraternity members are 3 times more likely to commit sexual assault and rape as opposed to non-members. Sorority girls are more likely to be victims of sexual assault and rape. So you hear how all that contributes to rape culture. That's alarming. It is to me. And I know the philanthropy side, and maybe that's not fair to punish some really good experiences in comparison to those really god-awful statistics.
And what I would say to that is I think that being a part of a sorority is what has changed or made me the person that I am today. The sorority I'm a part of, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, it's based on scholarship, sisterhood, and service. You couldn't pledge as a freshman. You had to be a sophomore. You had to have and maintain a certain GPA, and you also had to do a certain amount of community service hours that we still do to this day. So I'd be interested to see, even in that study, was it bigger universities? Was it smaller universities? How big the chapters were? A school I went to had 3,500 people.
We will post those statistics on I'm not sure if it will do on our Facebook page or our YouTube page, but there is something called like the Greek system board. So it's not that. There's something like the advisory board that kind of monitors the whole entire Greek system. But you're right. I'm not sure if that divides it into state schools. UC schools, so that's a good question. Private schools, but we will, what does this mean, Chris? Chris, you can talk. It's totally loose. Oh, yeah, okay, so we have to wrap, but you can talk, honey. So we have to wrap. We're going to talk about the Greek system later. We're also going to honor the victims of the Texas shooting. Please continue to give us your DBL take, and we have 2.5 minutes. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned. Yeah.
That was perfect.
I'll take that.
Anyway.
Back to you,
Oh, yeah. I was not trying to talk. Huh? That was trying to like.
It's Tuesday, November 7th, and this is Daily Blast Live. If it's trending, we're talking about it. So get ready for the latest in entertainment and news, because it's coming to you live right now.
The DBL Nation is still mourning the victims of the First Baptist Church shooting on Sunday. We're bringing you the latest on how you can help the citizens of Sutherland Springs, Texas.
The Netflix hit Stranger Things continues to set social media on fire, and Michigan jails have come up with an ingenious way of deterring arrests. Spoiler alert, you're not going to want to miss this story.
Musician Sia is known for hiding her face in public, but yesterday she bared it all on Twitter and sent a nude pic to all of her fans. We'll tell you why she did it, coming up next. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, November 7th, and we are the only live show in daytime talking the trending topics and breaking news that you are talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. It's time now for the top 5 trending topics you need to know right now with my girl, Sam Shocker. Take it away, Sam.
Thank you so much, Erica Cobb. I'm here with media maven Ebony Steele, everyone's favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder, and comedian Al Jackson. I'm Sam Shocker, and we're a trending news and entertainment show that is live and covers what is happening right now. Our entire DBL team is in our studio, ready to cover news the moment it breaks. All right, let's get right to digital producer Kelly Schubert. She has the latest from the Texas tragedy.
Guys, we've just gotten a breaking update on the Texas shooting suspect. Not only did he have a history of violence, we told you about that yesterday, but we've just learned in the last 10 minutes that he escaped a behavioral hospital in New Mexico back in 2012. The police report shows he was there for, quote, attempting to carry out death threats made to his military chain of command, end quote. We're also learning the shooter was accused of sexual assault in 2013. That's in Texas, but deputies there now say the case may have fallen through the cracks. Law enforcement, they're also revealing today that the shooter's social media pages showed a fascination with mass shootings. So there's a lot happening here. I'll keep you updated on this developing story.
Thank you so much, Kelly. The shooter definitely may fall through the cracks. The shooter did fall through the cracks.
Right.
Absolutely.
Many cracks, many different cracks. From the military to this to escaping, he fell through a lot of cracks.
How does this guy continue this pattern? I mean, this seems like this was going on for decades and decades, and no one did anything until we have, you know, one of the worst shootings we've had.
26 casualties.
Right.
I know. It's alarming. We could continue on with this conversation, but we made a decision today here at DBL that in times of tragedy, we want to help promote Americans to come together. So today, we're actually going to be calling Stephen Williford a hero, because he is a hero.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about him and the victim. So he's the 55-year-old plumber who heard shots, ran barefoot from his home, and shot the gunman outside the church. Now we're hearing his emotional account of those critical moments. Watch.
And every time I heard a shot, I knew that that probably represented a life. I was scared to death. I was. I was scared for me, and I was scared for every one of them, and I was scared for my own family that just lived less than a block away. I'm no hero. I am not. I think my God, my Lord, protected me and gave me the skills to do what needed to be done. And I just wish I could have gotten there faster.
Wow. Chilling.
What
absolutely takes your breath away.
And even, I mean, you could see it and you could hear it from him that even in the midst of his own fear, he was terrified, that he kept pushing, kept going. And like the perfect word you said, that is truly, truly a hero.
Absolutely.
A hero.
Absolutely. Also, meantime today, people are thinking of the victims, especially the Holcomb family. They lost 3 generations, 8 members of their family during Sunday's shooting. So to help, a friend started this GoFundMe account that's already raised $450,000 from nearly 7,000 people. And if you at home want to donate to the Holcombs or any of the other victims' families, you can go to dailyblastlive.com and we have all the details there. So again, I hate saying even the word silver lining when we speak of such a terrible tragedy, but to see people unite and donate to the victims' families, donate to the Holcomb family, honor and speak to the hero,
that is what is keeping everybody together.
Right. I agree. Well, and the only thing I want to say, and I know we said we're not going to talk about this, but the first thing that came to mind, this isn't the first time we've seen people kind of allude to things on Facebook. Do you think there's a way that they could, Facebook or some of the other social mediums can follow some of these
red flag
some of these profiles?
I think so.
I think it's scary that we feel like we need to depend on Facebook to start doing the things that our government and our police department should have done.
You are right about that.
Like, I don't want to have to rely on Twitter to stop a madman.
But I mean, how are they going to look at every single person's Facebook page and determine whether they're mentally stable or not? And then what do you do? And then what do you do after that? You can't put someone in jail for putting pictures of guns or inappropriate things on their Facebook.
But social media is a little bit like the Wild Wild West. We're still trying to catch up to this new digital revolution, and social media has become like a diary to us. So if you see someone continually posts about mass shootings and has a fascination with death, then you should report it, in my opinion, because that is a symptom of their psyche.
Right, but the police will tell you can't do anything.
What do you do at that point?
Right.
At least you can document it. At least you can use document, and then hopefully
we have a paper trail here.
It seems like there's been nothing but documentation of this guy's issues. And
we could continue to talk about this story. Clearly, we need change in policy and legislation to catch up. That's what we can all agree on. But we're going to move on to country star Luke Bryan. He's opening up about overcoming a family tragedy. So speaking of tragedies, in a new interview with ABC News, he talks about taking in his sister's 3 children after both she and her husband died. Watch.
Wow. We have 3 children that have lost both their parents. So now that becomes our new focus.
We never thought twice about it. We just did it.
You try to be as positive as you can, and you try to appreciate every day.
Wow. How does one person overcome all that tragedy in their family? Because not only did he lose his sister and his brother-in-law, but his own brother 7 years before that.
Right. And then they took in the 3 kids. And so, you know, when you talk about a silver lining, I guess the great connect there is they still have somewhat of a connection to the deceased in their family, you know?
That is a beautiful sentiment, Ebony. Like, I immediately thought of, like, how hard that must have been, but you're right.
Right, yeah, you know, if something happened to my sister's child, and bringing him in would make me feel good because I still have a connection to her. Right. She knows that he's still being taken care of.
And that just shows you how important family is. I mean, this is, you know, when people don't have families, that's when 3 kids like this end up in, like, foster care or something like that. So, and being able to have family around to step up like this and raise these kids and keep the, more importantly, keep the memory of his sister and his brother-in-law always in their mind and always at the forefront. Like, these are your parents. We're just stepping in and handling the heavy lifting, but don't forget who they were. I think that's a big deal. I mean, I really, really respect Luke Bryan for that. Like, wow.
Absolutely, yeah. And I didn't know all that either, and I respect him even more now. He was a great guy before, but
a great guy, and yeah, absolutely.
Makes me laugh, not laugh, but laugh a little bit at my problems. You just never know what someone else is going through.
Yep. We're going to go to digital producer Raquel Villanueva. She has news at this moment. Raquel.
Right now, people continue to sign a petition to replace Kevin Spacey on House of Cards with actor Kevin James. Nearly 30,000 people have signed the Change.org petition and say Kevin James could really elevate the show on Netflix. The future of the series has been in jeopardy after more accusers have come forward to say they were sexually assaulted by Kevin Spacey. The person who created the petition has reached out to the show. I'll let you know if they respond. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much. Interesting, because I think
it's just a gag for sure. It's definitely a joke.
What is the affinity to Kevin James? Is it because they both have the same first name?
Yes, exactly. And they're polar opposites as far as their acting abilities.
Right.
Yeah.
I clicked on like on Instagram. I saw that and I liked it. So I don't know if that counts as a petition, but I liked it.
Are you one of the signatures?
I guess so. I'm one of them. I'm a big King of Queens fan. It has nothing to do with the House of Cards.
I don't get it. I don't get it. But what I do get is that Daily Blast Live covers trending stories and breaking news as it happens. Erica Cobb, what's happening?
Well, Florida State University has pulled its plug on the entire Greek life after a pledge lost his life during a party. But will the bold move change campus culture? And Sia gets in front of a potential scandal and posts a naughty photo before the paparazzi can. Details in the DBL buzz. But first, Ebony Steele has your 2 choices for today's SmackDown.
It's reported that Kanye is refusing to make an appearance on the Kardashians' annual Christmas card. This got us debating. Should your partner participate in all of your family events? Or, ugly sweater party invites are starting to be delivered, but we want to know, is the ugly sweater trend over? Head over to DailyBlastLive.com to vote on which topic you want to hear our hosts debate in today's SmackDown.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. How about that? I'm Jen Wiederstrom, and of course, I'm in my favorite place and favorite time in the whole show, the Digital Lounge. Not to be weird, really cool Google thing today. Look, I love the Google little thingies. Sorry, Raquel. Okay, let's get focused. ADD. I'm going to go right over to Leo, and we're talking. Our EP just goes, lovely sweater, Leo. So we're talking about Mariah Carey, we're talking about Christmas, and we're talking about music. Do you want to give him the drum roll?
Yeah, I mean, officialchart.com has reported that Mariah Carey is releasing even more Christmas music. She just released the track Lil Snowman. Haven't checked it out yet, Jen, but I don't know if this is going to compare to All I Want for Christmas Is You.
But I think that we're going to be disappointed if we do compare. You know, she's got the Christmas. It's like, it's not the cartoon, but it's like the children's movie. She has Christmas music in there. And I feel like out of every star, out of every pop singer, she does the best at Christmas music. So I'm kind of interested in hearing it.
Do you think Mariah Carey's latest stuff is as good as some of the stuff from back in that day?
No. But I'm willing to try it.
I mean, what do you guys think? Mariah Carey, the latest tracks versus some of her older stuff. What do you think in comparison? Because All I Want for Christmas Is You is going to be hard to top.
All I can think of is Love Actually. Yeah, so anyway. But Mariah, you're on fire. We want to watch, so let us keep doing it. Okay, I already love this. So actually, I have the same publicist as Matthew McConaughey, and he is as real and amazing as you think he is. Angelica, tell me the story.
Well, I believe that because he spent his birthday on Saturday helping pass out thousands of turkeys at a local distillery in Kentucky. Pretty funny. He handed out a little over 4,000 turkeys to families in need, and this story is trending right now on WDVJ7.com.
Amazing. Like that. I mean, honestly, people talk about putting your money where your mouth is, but I like that he's putting his time and giving and really spirit to work and doing that. I mean, what other greater thing is there to provide somebody dinner on Thanksgiving?
And it was his birthday. He could have done anything he wanted to, so that's pretty cool.
Matthew McConaughey, we salute you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Bye.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime covering the top trending topics that are happening right now, no matter where you are watching. It's time now for the DBL Buzz. That's the part of the show where we talk all the hot celebrity gossip you just can't get enough of. And the woman with all the tea, that's our very own Sam Shocker. Take it away, girlfriend.
Thank you so much, Erica Cobb. And we love these stories so much that sometimes we can't stop yakking about them. So when we hear Erica say, yep, we will move on to the next story. Al's always trying to catch them bees.
I got two.
Okay, and you at home are the ones buzzing us. So go to dailyblastlive.com and vote now. All right, let's begin with Sia. She tweeted a nude picture of herself before the paparazzi could release it for profit. We made it TV friendly. Here it is. Let's take a look. Yep, and she says, quote, someone is apparently trying to sell naked photos of me to my fans. Save your money. Here it is for free. Every day is Christmas. I love this and I hate this. I love this that she got ahead of the hackers or the paparazzi, but at the same time, she shouldn't have to.
Yeah, right.
It sucks that people are trying to make money off your own body. I hate that.
But people want to see it. People will watch it. People will look at it.
But it's an invasion of privacy.
It completely is, and I believe it should be illegal. I don't even think they should be able to record you, like when celebrities are walking through the airport and they just have a camera and they're walking backwards. I'm like, could you do that? Could I do that to you? I think it's so strange how we allow our celebrities to have their privacy invaded. I think it's horrible.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm just glad. As you could.
All right, we're moving on.
Fault, Ed. I'm sorry.
Is a former Real Housewife of Atlanta trying anything to get back on the show? Well, sources say Phaedra Parks' relationship with Criminal Minds star Shemar Moore is just that, a ploy to get producers to bring her back. Dating rumors started last week when Phaedra posted a picture of the two looking cozy on her Instagram, and our very own Erica and Ebony called this out. Watch.
She missed the hashtag TBT because that was a throwback photo from 2016. Which apparently was the first and only time that she's been seen with Shemar Moore.
Ooh.
That's shady.
Yeah.
I mean, and to me, it's just very, very thirsty. And if I was Shemar, I'd be like, oh, why are you using me to try to get back on the show? And the season's already started. And I don't think she can mend any friendships on the show, and I don't think she'd be well received at all, because it was a legal issue when she accused Candy of supposedly putting something in Portia's drink. Like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, Bravo doesn't want to deal with that.
That's date rape.
They don't wanna
That's
deal
a
with that.
big deal. And I think Bravo made the right decision.
I do too.
We're moving on.
I
beat you to the punch. Okay, wedding bells could be on hold for Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. I love me some Gwen Stefani. Possibly all because of Miranda Lambert. Someone close to Blake is saying the country star is still heartbroken over his divorce with Lambert because he's convinced she cheated on him. Despite all that, sources do say the two are still very much in love.
Who's in love?
Fair?
Gwen and Blake?
Gwen and Blake,
Okay,
yes.
they were talking about Miranda.
No,
and
Gwen and Blake are very much in love, but apparently they're not going to get married because of his past relationship. Should you use your past relationships? Should they influence your future?
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true, because why would if you're still in love with her, why would you move on to a new relationship and do Gwen Stefani like that? You know what I mean?
Like, he's with Gwen Stefani.
I know, but I'm saying if he's still in love with Miranda, he should move on in his relationship.
He's not in love with Miranda. He's convinced that Miranda cheated on him, so therefore he's afraid.
But no, he said sources say that he's still in love with her. That's what the story is.
I think no, sources say that it says that they're still in love. I don't think it's that there's. He's still in love with Gwen.
So what's the story about?
I don't know, but evidently the world was tired of us trying to figure it out.
Pop culture guru Tori Shulman, save us with a new trending story coming in hot.
Oh, Lord, Lord. All right, I'll try my best. All right, everyone loves the elf on the shelf, right? A few people, but the turkey on the table is what's coming in hot this holiday season. Two moms created it to teach children about gratitude. You take a feather, you write down what you're thankful for, and then display on your Thanksgiving table. So here is what we at DBL are thankful for. Take a look.
I'm grateful for having a healthy baby girl, my Sophie.
I'm grateful for my friendships and, of course, my humidifier.
I am thankful that I won't have to see this bird after Thanksgiving.
I'm very thankful for my family and the perseverance of the creator of this turkey. Keep dreaming.
Isn't that cute? All right. So I am thankful for my hubby and my two rescue dogs. So you can see that right there. So order yours at turkeyonthetable.com. Proceeds support Feeding America and provide meals for someone in need. And don't forget to shake your tail feather.
Thankful for Tori shaking her tail feather, Me too. evidently. No, but we're thankful for you out there that support DBL, and we love all of our staff here. That's what I'm thankful for. But look what you made her do. Is Taylor Swift going too far to protect her reputation, huh? Still ahead, why the ACLU is calling out the megastar and Erica Cobb. It's coming up. I'm talking about the SmackDown.
Well, I'm thankful for this job, because anyone who's been unemployed for over a year, you know what I'm saying, right? So go to DailyBlastLive.com and vote now, because we want to know what SmackDown topic you would like to hear our hosts debate. Do you think that you should participate in all of your spouse's family moments, or is the ugly sweater craze over? We need your vote, so grab your phone.
Hey guys, it's Jason from the digital team. Thanks for joining us today. You know, if you're watching, why not click share on the post, share with your family and friends. They can get on the conversation with us. We got a lot of comments already coming in. Medrith Clemens says, prayer to the victims and their families of the shooting in Texas. Thanks, Medrith, for sharing your thoughts. Danielle Lemon Green says, remember to vote in 2018, get the politicians out that won't fight for the safety of innocent Americans. We can do something so important. Danielle, obviously, yeah, I mean, people can use their vote to take action in these causes, and, you know, no matter which way you stand, it's always worth getting out there and voicing your opinion on it. So let's talk with these guys about, you know, Tori was talking about Thanksgiving and what you guys are thankful for. Sam, are you excited about Thanksgiving this year? Where are you going to be spending it?
We're going to be here. Just Mark and I will be home with Annabelle and with our Sophie, and possibly I have a girlfriend out in Colorado Springs. They might come over for Thanksgiving. Nice. What about you?
I am going to be in Palm Springs.
Nice.
Yeah, for the weekend.
Lovely.
It's I'm not cooking.
jealous.
Do you cook normally?
No, I don't. I try, but I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm not the best cook.
Are you gonna
I'll
do
need
the
lessons.
turkey, or are you gonna?
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I'm vegetarian, so like, but I'm not opposed to other people eating meat. So yeah, I'll help out in the kitchen, and maybe I can make the vegetarian dishes.
Maybe someone can deliver.
Or I can make the sweet potatoes. I can make the green beans. I can make a casserole. I can do other things.
Did you have a childhood favorite like Thanksgiving side dish?
I always loved pumpkin pie. And I always loved the sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top. Nice. Oh, so good. Nice. Yeah.
The green beans with the crispy onions.
Yes,
oh,
and
my
almonds.
God.
I like when almonds are on it too. So good. Yeah. Let us know your favorites. Yeah. What are your favorite side dishes? Some people like the turkey too with like fruit inside. Some people like a tofurkey. Some people like it with like lots of like herbs.
Oh, and I got a question. Cranberry sauce. Do you like it plopped out of the can or the real berries?
I don't like cranberry sauce, period. Do you like cranberry sauce? I'm not a fan.
If it didn't have the rings from the can indented into it, it just wasn't Thanksgiving, right? Right? Tori, what's your favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Okay, stuffing, because I like a lot of texture. Got it? I like texture, but close up is mashed potatoes. Because who doesn't like carbs?
That's true. Carbs are very important to Thanksgiving. So, you know, actually, one of the Brenda Hunt Norman was asking, does he really have a Christmas sweater on? Yes. Yes, they do really have Christmas sweaters on, and we're going to tell you why a little bit later, but that was a Christmas sweater that Leo was wearing, and that Tori is wearing right now. So, and Al is also wearing a cool sweater, but it's not Christmassy. So stick with us, let us know what you're thinking, and we'll be back in a moment with the SmackDown. Thanks, guys.
SmackDown topic. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time now for the SmackDown. And just seconds ago, you at home, the DBL Nation, voted to hear our host debate, is the ugly sweater party craze over? Now, your job isn't over because we need you to grab your phone, go to dailyblastlive.com, and click Vote Here Now in order to find out who wins today's SmackDown. Take it away, Sam Shocker.
Thank you so much, Erica. And it really does matter who wins these debates because the host that wins the most SmackDowns between now and Thanksgiving wins a donation to the charity of their choice. Go to dailyblastlive.com to learn more about the SmackDown for charities. All right, it's holiday party time, and that means bump, 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 ugly sweater parties. Every year it seems as though the sweaters get, well, they get a little uglier, and the prices also sometimes can be higher and higher. Well, it got us debating, is the ugly sweater trend over? Here to lead the SmackDown is pop culture guru Tori Shulman and comedian Al Jackson. Right now, Tori has 13 wins. Al has 12. Al, I'm going to start with you. Go.
I think it's over. It's now a cliche. They used to be fun because there really used to be ugly Christmas sweaters, but now there are companies that make fake ugly Christmas sweaters. It's jumped the shark. It's over. It's played out.
Okay, so I'd like to bring up Exhibit A. Exhibit A is a picture of me wearing my Hanukkah ugly sweater because it's non-denominational. So everyone
We can't see it because of the
Well, you know what? Now you can, all right, Al? What it shows is you can have an ugly Kwanzaa sweater. It's an ugly holiday sweater. It brings people
Did you just bring Kwanzaa into this?
Yeah, Hanukkah, everything. It brings all denominations together, so I don't feel left out on Christmas. What's your next point?
I'll tell you what my next point is.
It's 50-50. Keep voting, audience.
I'll tell you this. I think it's cliched. I think everybody's having an ugly Christmas sweater party, and I don't do the same thing that everybody else does. You know what I have?
What?
I have a woke Christmas party. So we have Black Santa that says believe. All right, so wake up. This is what, yes, progress. Grow up.
I'm probably gonna lose because of Black Santa, and I understand that.
As I should.
But here's what I'll say. Things aren't going so well in our time. We are having a lot of mass shootings, some horrible things, so it's nice to bring a little levity to a party in which people can actually get dressed up in a theme. Also,
did you just combine Kwanzaa and mass shootings into a discussion about ugly sweaters?
Yes, and you can also help out the economy because people will be spending money at thrift stores, which goes to homeless people.
Oh, I don't. First of all, I don't think that. I think thrift stores are businesses. I think you just quoted a lie that's fake news.
Where do you go get your Christmas
and
sweater?
I think you're just disturbed because of Black Santa.
And final vote, 56%, Al Jackson. Congrats, Al. Great arguments, Tori.
That is an ugly Christmas sweater.
He's not ugly.
They're going to keep arguing. A Britney Spears painting sold for $10,000. Wait till you hear who bought it. Then meet the TV anchor behind the classy clapback when a viewer tries to body shame her. Why she's not letting the hate bring her down. Plus, from sugar to shade. Up next, we're sharing some of our favorite celebrity social media postings. Stay tuned.
Promotional consideration is brought to you.
All right, guys, so you have a lot to say. Dawn Finsley said that her job is doing an ugly sweater contest, and you guys can't wait. So clearly, ugly sweaters are here to stay. That's Dawn Finsley. She's on your side. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Why not bring some levity? People love a themed party. It's something to get dressed up for. Everyone loves it. It's non-denominational. It brings the group together.
Yeah, I think it's good fun.
Yeah,
I don't know why we're debating.
I lost. It was the black Santa sweater.
It was nice. It was very nice. Ebony, have you ever worn an ugly Christmas sweater?
I think I've worn an ugly sweater at Christmas that I didn't know was ugly.
The year was 1989. And
exactly, yeah. I look back on it now and I realize that I could clearly wear it now to an ugly sweater party.
If you have some old Christmas photos of some hideous sweaters, send them our way, and we might put them up at the end of the show, all right? Hashtag DBL Take.
Tori Shulman shares what she's loving on social media. We call it DBL Likes. Tori, what's going on?
Woo! All right, well, hello. Celebs have been busy posting videos all over social media, and we found a few that we like, but you may not. So go to dailyblastlive.com and use emojis to tell us how you feel, since that's how we speak nowadays. First up, Taylor Swift posted video from listening sessions where fans heard her new album, Reputation. Watch this.
Oh my gosh, I just met Taylor. She did a meet and greet with all of us, and she was so nice. I just can't. I just can't. It was unreal.
Isn't that cute? I love that. Up next, Katy Perry's Insta story. She posted a video getting her hair and makeup done, and we can't tell how she's feeling about the look. Watch this. Okay, interesting. And finally, the DBL Nation has mixed feelings about Nene Leakes at the moment, but we are madly in love with these YSL glittery boots, okay? She wore them on the streets of New York City and Watch What Happens Live. I can't decide, though, if I'm loving her shirt or maybe I'm just making drama. Back to you guys.
Yes. All right, more trending stories in our next half hour at Daily Blast Live. Diddy backtracks on his new nickname. Was he really just kidding about being called Brother Love? And MTV is spinning off the Jersey Shore, and word on the street is the original cast ain't happy. If you're leaving us right now, you can still watch us live on Facebook and YouTube.
Hey guys, so, what'd you think about the emojis? We're always trying new things here on the show, and we were just trying to do emojis. It's really easy to participate in things like that if you just go to dailyblastlive.com/vote on your PC or your phone or your tablet. Those, as we do it live on the show, they just pop up on your screen, and then you can participate with us. It shows up in pretty real time, which is kind of amazing. So it's a fun way to be a part of the daytime show. So I just want to say hi to my nephew Matt, who's watching. Hey Matt, Jeff.
That would have been hilarious. That would have been so funny.
What do you think about the emojis flying across the screen? That was our new feature.
When, right now?
Yeah, with Tori.
Okay, so let me give a little backstory on Tori, what just happened. I'll give you some behind the scenes. So Tori this is Hannah Moon, our wardrobe stylist. So she was putting on a dry cleaning bag because the new Moschino dress looks like a dry cleaning bag. Mm-hmm. So Tori had a dry cleaning bag on, and she goes, wrong story. So they're like 5'4", and she had to take it off, and her necklace was all jacked up. So it was funny from
us, because that happens a lot. What you can't see behind the scenes is Tori in the wrong costume.
Absolutely. You never know what Tori's going to do. She should have her own Tori camera, for the day, and you should just follow her 24/7, like Big Brother style, and just have it on her.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea.
It is really
Actually,
good.
somebody was saying that they can't wait for you to host the next Big Brother. Would you be interested in hosting Big Brother? Like you and Julie together?
I think that's Julie solo. conveniently have someone in my ear, so I got to go.
Back away. But thank you, though. We always appreciate the old Big Brother fans chiming in and watching the show. So let us know if you're watching, if you're on Team Jeff from Big Brother. We always are interested in hearing from you guys. But let us know all your takes. We'll be back in a little bit. We'll talk to you soon. It's Daily Blast Live, the only live show that covers breaking news and top trending stories that are happening right now. We are live in the DBL studios where our team is busy tracking the top stories and videos right at this moment, as well as the top 3 feel-good stories trending right now. It's voting day across the country. Local and state elections have social media users posting their I voted stickers as a reminder to get out the vote, even on an off year. Right now, United Airlines is flying a farewell flight for its last Boeing 747. The mega jet has just taken off moments ago from San Francisco and is heading to Honolulu to retire. And last night on Jimmy Kimmel Live, country stars Brad Paisley and John Fogerty of Creedence Clearwater Revival put on a show for thousands of active and retired servicemen and women. Check it out. Sam Shocker, back to you.
Yes, girl. We feel ya. We feel ya. Thanks, Erica Cobb. Join me as media maven Ebony Steele, clearly still dancing. Everyone's favorite Big Brother, Jeff Schroeder. Comedian Al Jackson. And
so much shoulder from Cobb back there.
I love it. Great. Yes, Cobb. All right, let's get right to it.
And you are Sam Shocker.
Oh, yes, and I am Sam Shocker. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. All right, let's get right to it. This is a serious story. Florida State University has issued an indefinite suspension on all fraternities and sororities. This comes after a 20-year-old fraternity pledge died on Friday after a house party. Nearly a quarter of students at the school were members of a Greek organization. I don't know if I have a popular opinion here. I think that the Greek system should be, I think it should be gone. I think it's an antiquated system. I think that the statistics from study after study after study contributes to rape culture. Fraternity members are 3 times more likely to commit sexual assault and rape.
Right.
Sorority girls are more likely to be victims of sexual assault and rape. 86% of fraternity members are binge drinkers compared to 45% of non-members. So those statistics alone, let alone the deaths, there's been 1 death each year, at least 1 death attributed to hazing and binge drinking since 1970 in the Greek system. Well, and that's alarming to me.
I mean, I've been a part of, I pledged at a black school. I'm not going to say the name of the fraternity, but guys got assaulted every night.
What?
One guy got his arm broken.
But you didn't complete the process, right?
I did for 2 years and I transferred schools, but I'm glad I stopped. It was a waste of time for myself. There's no what do you get when you have people drinking, no supervision, and one group that has power over the other and one group has a stick? I mean, you get broken bones, you get guys beat up, and that's what happened on a nightly basis. And I saw it happen, and when you're young, when you're 19, it's acceptable. When you're 40 years old and you look back, it's ridiculous and it's dangerous.
But then you have people like Ebony who have a very positive experience.
And let me say this, and I want to make sure I say this in the right way. I think that sometimes at a big college versus a small HBCU, which is a historically black college and university that I went to, is very, very different. A lot of times when people go, they do pledge week before you're even a freshman. In my sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, you cannot pledge. Here's me 25 years ago when I pledged, and it changed my life. I had to have a certain GPA, and it's based on sisterhood, scholarship, and service. Yeah, and it's a lifetime commitment. And here's a picture of us right now, 2 weeks ago, when we were actually at homecoming.
And you do raise a lot. There's a lot of philanthropy. You do raise a lot of money. But then how do we solve this culture of binge drinking and rape and sexual assault? Because unfortunately, the two do go hand in hand. The statistics prove that.
And there was you're talking about HBCUs. The band fraternity there killed a member 2 years ago.
Well, there's always going to be an excuse. I mean, there's always going to be an exception. That's what I mean. We can't just go around and say, hey,
it was something that happened every year. But they just happened to kill somebody.
Well, those are those organizations. The one that I'm a part of, the one that Camille Cosby is a part of, the one that some of the most prolific women in the world that are a part of.
We're talking about fraternities. We're not talking about sororities.
Well, then why am I talking? Because I'm talking about sorority.
We're talking about both. We're talking about both. Fuel testosterone. 19-year-old men that have no supervision.
Well, y'all take that on. I know nothing about it.
But it's a good way for people to meet people when they go to college, and how many people die outside of just drinking causes alone?
But if you can afford it, I was broke as a joke in college. I didn't have the means to pay the dues to even join.
And all right, relax. I wasn't in a fraternity. I played football, so let's just settle down.
My mother was in the sorority, and so was my grandmother.
There's definitely positives and negatives to everything.
There's definitely positives and negatives.
Delta Sigma Theta sorority until the day I died. Started 1913. Love it, and I love what we continue to do. You have to do so many community service hours to even stay apart.
Yeah, it's done a lot for Ebony and a lot of people out there. I'm just.
They are banning sororities and fraternities at FSU.
And this is our executive producer, Maureen, speaking. If you didn't hear her, I'll repeat. She said they are banning fraternities and sororities. So it's the whole Greek system at FSU. So it is appropriate to talk about both.
And I have a feeling this was the straw that broke the back, not just the one incident. I'm sure that they were having things, fights, sexual assaults every weekend.
Like I said, sorority girls are more likely to be victims of sexual assault and rape.
Right.
Sorority girls are also more likely to suffer from eating disorders because of the fact that you're hand-picked and you have to pledge. And again, those are just statistics that alarm.
But there's also positive things too.
Of course, we know that. We definitely understand that, and that's why we want your DBL take, because.
And you have to, do it for the right reasons. It's not based on how you look in the sorority that I was in.
Oh, I would disagree
UCLA
with
was totally different
than that. With the AKAs and the Deltas, that wasn't an issue?
Different sorority. AKAs are different from the Deltas.
I know. I went to a black school. I'm just saying that there was
mine was based on the fact that if my mother did it, I wanted to do it.
I understand the concept of a legacy. I'm just saying that there were definitely issues between the two.
I don't care how pretty you are. If you don't have the grades, you can't get in.
Wow.
There you go.
We'll talk about that off camera. Huh?
Okay. All right. Wow.
That's a SmackDown.
That's a SmackDown for sure. Okay. Digital producer Kelly Shimmer. She's got news at this moment. Kelly.
Hey guys, I'm going to lighten things up a little bit with a trending story right now. A Qatar Airlines flight to Bali, it had to make an emergency landing because a wife found out her husband was cheating. So the husband was apparently sleeping when she used his thumb to unlock his phone, and that's when she found out he was having an affair from text messages. Yep. The woman reportedly started hitting her husband and wouldn't stop. The crew tried to intervene, but she just would not stop hitting him, so they did have to make an emergency landing in Chennai. The woman, her husband, and their children who were on the flight, they were all kicked off, and the flight made its way to Indonesia. Back to you guys.
Oh, wow. And you get charged extra now on airlines for cheating on your wife. They charge you extra.
They probably do. I have to pick my jaw up from the floor. I can't imagine.
And you know, something similar to me happened. My cousin was over my house this weekend, and she was like, "You want to order Cheesecake Factory?" I'm like, "Sure." So I dozed off, and she was like, "Hey, you know, here's your phone. I'll order the food." I said, "What do you mean?" She was like, "Put your thumb here so you can." So just think about it could have been somebody else or something else. But she needed my thumbprint in order for the order to go through because my credit card was.
But something else could have been there.
That could have something else. That could get dangerous.
I mean, the fact that the whole crew could not stop her from hitting him.
The fact that they had to have an emergency landing.
He kept getting hit when he landed, too. You know, he's still getting hit.
Oh, my goodness. All right, we're going to move on to the next story. Here's one way to fight crime. Speaking of crime, police in East Lansing, Michigan posted this on their department's official Twitter feed. They write, quote, "We've taped Stranger Things spoilers all over the walls of our jail this week. Some extra motivation for you not to end up there." We put a call into the East Lansing PD to find out if it worked. We'll keep you updated as soon as we hear back. Hey, some people are super do not want, to hear spoilers. So, hey, maybe it is motivation. Maybe it's working.
Well, we need to up our punishment if this is motivation, because stop breaking the law, idiots. Don't break the law. This shouldn't be motivation for anything.
Okay.
Yeah, how about that? Spoiler alert. Breaking the law is stupid. Don't do that.
Are you guys like really into your series where if you find a spoiler, I know I am. I'm on like episode 4 right now of Stranger Things, and if somebody told me how it ended up, I would be so ticked off.
Would you be more ticked off if you were in jail?
I would be ticked off if I went to jail and then the cherry on the top is the spoiler in front of me. So I
don't like to. What was I watching the other? Well, whatever I was watching, it was continued to go on. I went to the bathroom and whatever it was on, and I was like la 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 because I didn't want to hear what the ending was.
Yep.
You know, I'm serious about that.
La 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 la.
Wow.
Pop culture guru Tori Shulman's got a new trending story coming in hot.
All right, so Sam, this is what happens on the last episode. I'm just kidding. All right, so, I'm sorry. sorry. Ranch dressing. It's not just for eating anymore, it's for wearing. At Hidden Valley's new holiday collection is coming in hot. Yes, they've just launched festive gifts for the ultimate ranch fans. Rock these if you can read this Bring Me Ranch socks or a holiday ranch sweater, because what's cheerier than a bottle of dressing on your chest? Now, if a bottle isn't enough, you can get this, own a ranch keg that holds almost 2 gallons and comes with a year's supply of Hidden Valley Ranch for only $50. All right, all this ranch talk is getting me kind of hungry and you know what?
Ranch does make things that don't ordinarily taste good taste great. They really, really do.
Yeah.
All right, Daily
Ranch
Blast.
has saved celery
It
forever.
does, and broccoli. Broccoli, too. Daily Blast Live is all about live news as it's happening. Erica Cobb, what's coming up?
Well, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs go K-pop, and Al's gonna sound off on that one. And you can only imagine what he'll have to say. And we want to give a DBL shout out to 2 Washington, D.C. brothers. Eli and Jonah Zucker donated 150 pounds of Halloween candy to raise money for hurricane relief and to support U.S. troops. Way to go, guys. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, so we're back from the break, and obviously the fraternity sorority conversation got really heated up, and you know everybody on social's responding. I just want to. So Phil Cohen on YouTube says, how many people have to die due to hazing? Greek system has no place in college, but that is a sorority, not a fraternity. Tamara Gibson says, I agree with Ebony. I went to a small college. I couldn't join a sorority till I was a sophomore. I wouldn't join at a big university. Nicole Angela Tinson says from YouTube, hey, soror, I'm a Delta too. It's the work beyond just being on campus. Yeah, so, you know, I think this conversation got really heated, and we're talking about big campuses versus small campuses, big universities, small universities, sororities, fraternities. I think there's good people in sororities and fraternities. I think there's bad people in sorority and fraternities. I don't think it's the organization as much as it is the individuals.
Oh, absolutely. I think there's good people on earth and bad people on earth. And I just, the names escaped me a minute ago, but just some of the people of my particular sorority, Keisha Knight Pulliam, she's a part of Delta Sigma Theta that was on Cosby Show. Cheryl Lee Ralph, the actress. Kim Coles, Ruby D was a Delta. Also, Nancy Wilson from the Supremes, Judith Jameson of Alvin Ailey Dance Company. So these are some prominent people to me. Maybe they're not for other people, but when I saw the list of people that were part of this organization, and it goes beyond college, it's a lifetime commitment, that's what attracted me. I know that I have sisters within my sorority that I pledge with at Tuskegee. We meet and have meditations and go on trips 2 times a year, and they say always have something to look forward to. I look forward to the scholarship, the service, and the sisterhood of what the sorority that I'm a part of provides.
Yeah, I mean, I went to a college that didn't recognize the Greek system. I wasn't in a fraternity, but I knew plenty of people who were in sororities and fraternities, and most of them were there for the service. You know, I think in general, college-age kids have a problem with binge drinking and have a problem with sexual assault. So I think those are things that need to be addressed everywhere.
I think all of that needs to be addressed, and I think there's a Panhellenic Council that's supposed to oversee that, but I understand other people's parts too. Sororities and fraternities aren't for everybody, but I think sometimes people may misunderstand, or they kind of ridicule things that they don't understand, and I'm good with that too. But I hope you guys would give it a chance. It's been great for me in my life.
Yeah, let's keep the conversation going online, and we'll come back to this during one of the other breaks. Okay, thanks, guys.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking the trending topics that you are talking about right now, no matter where you are watching. It's time now for Al Sounds Off, where my brother, the comedian Al Jackson, rants and raves about all the crazy things that he's found on the internet. And our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder, is here to help him out. Take it away, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Erica. That's right, I'm here with everyone's favorite comedian, Mr. Al Jackson, in our favorite segment, Al Sounds Off. All right, Al, we've been doing this for a while now.
We have.
We're friends. I think I'm safe. I'm in a safe zone with you.
We are.
I like boy bands, Al.
You've admitted that. I respect you.
I like boy bands, I like man bands, and I like K-pop. Check out this new group.
All right, let's check it out. This is so embarrassing. Even their shoes are trying to get away from them. Jeff, I don't know if you noticed, they're one dwarf short. They might need one.
Yes, Snow White and the 6 Dwarfs in this video.
I know. It's like Snow White and the 6 Dwarfs. I think that you could be the last one, you can be creepy. Because that's what this video is. This is a little strange.
Hey, if it means I'm in a K-pop group, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, look, I think that could be you, Jeff. It's like, finally, we have Snow White through the eyes of an Asian male teenager. I've been waiting for this for years. I'm loving K-pop. Are we joining this boy band or what?
Yeah, I'll let you know when they call me.
Do it, and let's keep it moving to the next one.
All right, let's move it out.
Yeah.
Al, this next one, I definitely got to take you on. I know you're not that much of a camper, but I'm going to get you to go camping.
I'm an indoor cat, man. I don't go out a lot.
All right, well, this might put it over the top, Al. Check this out.
See.
Look how fun this is, Al.
I'm already out. Why don't we just stay
it's
at
a beautiful.
It's like combining the two things I'm scared of, tents and water. I'm a black man. I don't go outside like that. This is just weird, because this is such a bad idea. It's literally a figure of speech. It's like literally you're up a creek without a paddle. This is terrible. But I did watch this, and it does have some amenities. You can lay in it, and, you know, if you look, there's a bathroom all around you.
Yeah, that's good.
Anywhere you go, there's a bathroom. There's a doggy door so that the gator that's going to eat you can get in easy. Nice. I think this is a horrible idea. And but there is a window so you can see yourself going over the waterfall. Bad idea for the floating tent. You're out of here.
Well, don't
Sorry,
worry.
Rob.
We're going to take some video of me and Al in that tent. All right, let's do this, Al. I don't know any other way to introduce this, but cat tissue box. Just take a look.
Yep.
It kind of speaks for itself.
First of all, I would have that look on my face if that was happening to me, too. I just like that the cat doesn't look like he's not. I mean, but it does answer the question, how bad do you want a Kleenex? You know, it's like, do you feel bad enough to, like, reach in there? And finally, I mean, it's like, look, I just hope if you get this that you don't have an actual cat, because he's walking around like, hey, am I next? That's gross. We're done. That's been Al Sounds Off. See y'all next week. They took all my good jokes.
They took all Al's jokes. That's Mr. Al Jackson, everybody. Al Sounds Off. Fitness pro Jen Wiederstrom with the new trending story coming in hot.
You'll never run out of jokes, Al. Don't worry, baby. Well, this is a story we broke a few weeks ago, and I'm loving it because now the Lego set celebrating the women of NASA is coming in hot at the very top of Amazon's toy list. The new set is featuring iconic astronauts Mae Jemison, Sally Ride, alongside computer scientist Margaret Hamilton, and of course, astronomer Nancy Roman. Now, of course, I had to run out and get this from Amazon. We put this set together today. Take a look. Props to my boy Leo. Here's one of them. It's pretty amazing. It's so cool, and we love that it celebrates critical roles that women played in NASA's history. Talk about out of this world, right, Tori Shulman?
Where are you? I thought you were hanging up. I thought Tori was up there somewhere when you pointed that. You never know where Tori's at. I don't know. Daily Blast Live is all about live news as it's trending. Erica Cobb, what's coming up?
Well, if you see the band at Johnson County High School in Georgia, take a look at the drum line. That's 6-year-old Morgan Prosser. The first-grade drummer has earned a spot in the high school band, and he's been performing since he was 2. And a Texas TV reporter claps back at body shamers. Listen to this.
This is the way that I'm built. This is the way that I was born. I'm not going anywhere, so if you don't like it, you have your options.
She shares her empowering message in a live TV interview next.
Hey guys, we are back. We just talked a lot about everything from Legos to tents in the middle of the river. I thought that was cool.
What, the river tent? Yeah, I don't want to like wake up and not know where I am.
That's my biggest concern. I like the water, I like the floating, I like the outdoors, but the idea that we might unhinge and wake up and not know.
Waterfall?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Did you put those Legos together yourself?
Actually, that's why I said props to Leo, our digital producer. He put most of them together. My hands were in there a little bit. It's kind of, it was actually like, it's a puzzle. It's
really small pieces.
I thought it would have been bigger.
For the money. Legos are expensive, especially for the size.
It was actually only $24.99.
Yeah.
I got it here for us on set. I ordered them for a lot of my
I love
kids.
Legos, yeah.
Oh, it was great. You know, you on your phone so much, it was almost like a puzzle or like
I liked it.
I like to go for the big one. I don't know if you guys saw that Millennium Falcon that they've got with the giant one. It's amazing.
No, it is an art project. It's amazing. And there's other ones that do replicas of a kind of epic buildings like Sears Tower.
Yeah.
Those are rad.
Those are really cool.
Those are like 10,000 pieces. That's a whole different.
But they're cool.
Bag of worms. Yeah.
You know, some people are asking on Facebook. You know, Barb wanted to know, Jason, can you ask each of the hosts when you have time how they got their positions to co-host on the show? Such a great group of hosts.
Oh gosh, you know, we all have such a different story to get here. But for me personally, I was lucky enough to be on hiatus with Biggest Loser, and I had the 10 seconds.
What are we about?
Yeah. I had the freedom in my schedule to come, and I love that it gave me the opportunity to kind of branch out of just wellness and look at other issues and communicating with all kinds of different audiences. So I was lucky enough that they picked me.
And something crazy happened to Jen on the day of her auditions, and we'll talk about it on the next break. But it's really a crazy story. So stick with us, and we'll tell that story.
Live app right now and vote for the SmackDown topic. Live app right now and vote for the SmackDown topic. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, daytime's only live show with the top trending and breaking news happening now. Time now for the extra shot. It's the story that made you say, give me another round, since it's so uplifting. Today we're talking to a reporter we first introduced to you yesterday. She's gone viral for her epic response to cyberbullies. Check this out.
And oh, her body is too big for that dress, or she's too curvy. Or
Dallas traffic reporter Demetria Obalor is going viral for her response to body shaming. A viewer posted this about Demetria on Facebook, saying she looked ridiculous in her dress. Demetria stood up for herself.
This is the way that I'm built. This is the way that I was born.
And social media backed her up too, with help from Chance the Rapper. This traffic reporter is driving the haters away and inspiring others to embrace themselves. And Demetria is joining us live right now from Dallas. Hey, Demetria.
Hey guys, happy
We're
to
a
be
little
here.
excited.
Thanks for having me.
Just a little bit. So at one point,
well, you know, I am too, for sure.
Well, yes, we are so excited to have you. We wanted to talk, at one point you were asked to straighten your hair and were even bullied at your last TV job. What keeps you from caving into the pressure to change how you look?
You know, I mean, if you fold to the negativity, I think you have to ask yourself, then who do you become? You become what other people are expecting, and that's not always the best thing. You have to be true to yourself, and in this case, I mean, when it comes to hair, your body, your skin color, that's how you were born. And you know, it's taken a lot of people a lot of time to truly embrace that, especially since for so long, I mean, you weren't seeing a lot of diversity on the news, but you know, we're changing that, and it's so important to see that, especially in our young girls, young children, to see people who they can identify with, so that they know if I did it, they could do it too.
And Demetria, you're helping change that, which is awesome. And you're also so fearless, you're self-aware, you're confident at 26 years old. So what role did your childhood and growing up in Kansas City play in that?
Well, look. All right, first of all, that's Kansas City, Missouri. That's the show me state, all right? And that means a lot to anybody who's from the Midwest. Now, here's the thing. I mean, I grew up in the city, like the inner city. I mean, and if you grow up in the city, you grow up tougher, okay? I feel like there's so many things working against you, and so you're constantly in a battle just to succeed. And I mean, when you're in that climate, I feel like it strengthens you. And that's not to take away from anybody who grew up in any other area, but I'm just saying that's what was true for me.
Yeah.
And we grew up, we used to play this game called Dozens, okay? We'd be roasting each other. That was in good humor, though. But what it does is it thickens your skin, because some of those little jokes, those little yo mama jokes, they get to you. Right? But here's the thing, you know what? It prepares you. It prepared me. That's part of my story, my narrative, and it's like that prepared me and my supportive family, my friends who have nurtured me. And so when I get any type of negative comment, you know, I just brush it off, okay? And I got to thank all of that good music out there, you know, Jay-Z, you know, right off your shoulder, you know. So the thing is that it's inspiring, right?
Well, we are so glad to have you on the show. I really couldn't think of a Yo Mama joke, but I'm just going to say, Yo Mama must be so flat to raise you to be such a strong woman. How about that?
Well, I hope so. Thank you, you know.
Thank you so much, and thank you for
I'm
being...
grateful, and I'm fortunate to have good people. Yeah.
Demetria Abalor, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We appreciate you. We see you, girl, and we are cheering you on.
Keep brushing out. Brush them out.
Thank you, Demetria. Well, thanks. So much love to all of you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to go right to digital producer Raquel Villanueva. She has news at this moment. Raquel.
Remember this video of Britney Spears painting flowers? It kind of showed off her artsy side. We are learning that she donated the painting to the Vegas charity Vegas Cares, and the internet can't get enough of who bought it. It is none other than Robin Leach, the host of Lifestyles and the Rich and Famous. The painting sold for $10,000. That money will go to victims of the Vegas shooting. Back to you guys.
Wow. Let me break out my markers and crayon and make me a picture and sell it. Really. Our staff is busy tracking the stories that are trending and you're sharing. Cue the holiday music, because this video just makes you smile. This 10-month-old boxer named Cherry loving her very first snow. Look at that. Get it, Cherry.
Yeah.
Cherry need a boo-boo. It's toy with you. You need a boo-boo, get the snow boo-boo.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hey guys, well, you know, a lot of you guys had stuff to say to Demetria. Sierra McKenzie said, hey DBL, tell Demetria I think she is beautiful. Yeah, she's a pretty amazing person, indeed, indeed. So we were just, we were talking about Jen's audition before we left. So Jen, just gonna see if we can get Jen over here. Hey Jen, we kind of left off with your crazy audition story. So the very first time I met Jen, you came in the room.
I had emailed you guys saying, so crazy morning, I woke up, my car's not there, like it got stolen. And I was thinking, you know, you have that moment like, did I park across the street? Did I get towed? I called all the local tow companies. So I had to record a police report, and I showed them, like, everybody was dressed up and looked great. I had jeans and like a loose top. I was like, listen guys, I'm here, I'm on I made it by the minute, on time to the interview. And then the funny part was that I remember it was either you or Bob kind of goes like, did you really get your car stolen to just make us feel sorry for yourself? Is it fake? I go, you'll never know.
You'll never know. So the worst thing, but then the best thing happened to her.
Exactly.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. All right, we have one funny moment from earlier in the show.
Just
Let's take a look. Just one. That's all we have time for. Yes. Look at her. Yeah. Fierce. All right, the stories never stop. We don't either. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. Keep the conversation going.
Hey guys, so we are going in between show 1 and show 2. This is what happens when we transition between the shows. These guys are going to do it all over again with the new latest trending stories and advancing the stories. But what are you guys going to be talking about in hour 2?
Well, you know the story of the hour.
Yeah,
we'll just skip that one. What did we not get to? Maybe the House of Cards things?
Yeah.
And Diddy changing his name, too.
Yeah, that was all. Yeah, we'll tell you about
next,
that. The next segment. Yeah.
No, it's
but in this hour, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And there's
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. What else is coming? There's some. I hope we get to the New Jersey Shore cast, the Florida Bama.
Are you going to watch that, guys?
I wrote Mike, the situation. He wrote me back, so hopefully we get to that story.
Oh, that'd be great. Does he have a comment about it?
You'll
Maybe.
see. You got to watch the show.
Wow. That's great. Yeah, and if you guys are scrolling through Netflix last night, I don't know, we were all noticing that, like, there's some different advertising for House of Cards, so we'll be talking about that in a little bit, which is really interesting.
That's coming up right now.
It's very interesting, but...
I'm surprised they just didn't take House of Cards off altogether. It's just in such a weird place.
Because I'm sure it's in a weird place, but they can't, I'm sure...
Maybe contractually.
And they're binge watching it. I'm sure it's going to bring some numbers.
Yeah, you think so? You think people are watching now?
Listen, I think people... Any press.
I think, yeah.
Press.
What
for the show, not for Kevin Spacey personally.
Exactly. Now, do you think Kevin's done?
I don't know. I think there's been rumors for a long time. So we'll talk about this for a while, and we'll get more of it after the show. Stay tuned, guys.
Live app. Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, November 7th, and this is Daily Blast Live. If it's trending, we're talking about it. So get ready for the latest in entertainment and news because it's coming to you live right now.
The DBL Nation is still mourning the victims of the First Baptist Church shooting on Sunday. We're bringing you the latest on how you can help the citizens of Sutherland Springs, Texas.
The Netflix hit Stranger Things continues to set social media on fire, and Michigan jails have come up with an ingenious way of deterring arrests. Spoiler alert, you're not going to want to miss this story.
Musician Sia is known for hiding her face in public, but yesterday she bared it all on Twitter and sent a nude pic to all of her fans. We'll tell you why she did it coming up next. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, November 7th, and we are the only live show in daytime talking about what you're talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. Let's get this thing kicked off with the top 5 trending topics you need to know right now with my girl, Sam Shocker. Take it away, girlfriend.
Thank you so much, Erica Cobb. I'm here with media maven Ebony Steele, everyone's favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder, comedian Al Jackson, and I'm Sam Shocker. We're a trending news and entertainment show that is live and covers what is happening right now. Our entire DBL team is in our studio ready to cover news the moment it breaks. Let's get right to digital producer Kelly Schubert. She is the latest from the Texas tragedy. Kelly.
We do. We have new details on the Texas shooting suspect. Not only did he have a history of violence, but we've just learned he escaped a behavioral hospital in New Mexico back in 2012. The police report shows he was there for, quote, attempting to carry out death threats made to his military chain of command. Meanwhile, we're also learning the shooter was accused of sexual assault back in 2013. Deputies there now say that case may have fallen through the cracks when he moved to Colorado. Law enforcement is also revealing the shooter's social media pages showed a fascination with mass shootings. This story obviously continues to develop. We're going to keep you updated.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Yeah, definitely fell through the cracks. And you brought up a really good point earlier when we were talking about it, just social media. How are we supposed to be really vigilant when it comes to social media, monitoring what people are posting? Is it on us? Should there be some sort of law and legislation following social media postings?
Well, if you do something like that, I wonder if you get into like a, no pun intended, a Big Brother situation where maybe I'm monitoring Jeff's Facebook page and I'm like, Jeff has had 2 weird posts. Maybe I should tell Facebook. And I mean, now you have citizens kind of monitoring other citizens, and that can be a slippery slope. I do think, I mean, it seems like everybody in this guy's path was saying, this guy is dangerous, this guy needs to be taken care of. And you're talking about slipping through the cracks, but how many cracks did he slip through?
I mean, it looks like several. And I hear exactly what you're saying as far as social media is concerned, but it does break my heart. And it's kind of like, why didn't somebody say something when we hear people doing these type of shooting? Well, not as terrible as this one, but none is, you know, more important than the other. But you see them taking pictures with guns. You see them doing, you know what I mean, rifles, or people commenting on that. How can that be regulated, or can that help in this?
Well, you can I know we got to move on quickly, but what you can do as a person is not antagonize people like that. Don't write negative comments back to them. Don't respond to people like that. You as an individual, the only thing you could do right now is handle yourself. Don't respond to
to people like that and don't antagonize people like that.
Or if it looks like that, report them. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to move on, and we're actually going to talk about some of the heroes in this tragedy. We're not going to talk about the shooter anymore, because here in America, we want to see Americans come together. So we are going to talk about and honor Stephen Williford. He's the 55-year-old plumber who heard shots, ran barefoot from his home, and shot the gunman outside the church. Now we're hearing his emotional account of those critical moments. Watch.
And every time I heard a shot, I knew that that probably represented a life. I was scared to death. I was. I was scared for me, and I was scared for every one of them, and I was scared for my own family that just lived less than a block away. I'm no hero. I am not. I think my God, my Lord, protected me and gave me the skills to do what needed to be done. And I just wish I could have gotten there faster.
Oof, it takes your breath away. Absolutely.
The only thing I disagree with him about is the fact that he says he is not a hero. Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
Yes.
In fact, you are a hero. I mean, you know, usually when situations like that happen, you have that fight or flight. And actually, you know, he fought to not just for himself, but for his family and his community. So, you know, there's no way we can't say this man is a hero.
There would have been more victims.
Oh, yeah, most definitely would have.
Yep, absolutely. And meantime, today, people are also thinking of the victims, especially the Holcomb family. They lost 3 generations, 8 members of their family during Sunday's shooting. Oh, my goodness. Now, to help, a friend started this GoFundMe account that's already raised $460,000 from nearly 7,000 people. That's what we're talking about. And if you want to donate to the Holcombs or any of the victims' families, please head to Daily Blast Live, or to our Facebook or our Twitter, and we'll give you all the details there. And to see people come together all over the nation, all over the world, actually. There's people globally that have donated to help these victims and their families. Is just that's what I want to focus on.
That's the silver lining. But just think about this Thanksgiving when you talk about 3 generations, 8 people that are usually sitting at that Thanksgiving or Christmas table not being there.
Oh, you just gave me chills.
So we have to think about that and just not take this lightly and understand how we have to bring this kind of thing to an end.
Absolutely. And speaking of people who have overcome tragedy, many people might not know about country star Luke Bryan and his family tragedy. He recently opened up about overcoming it in a new interview with ABC News. He talks about taking in his sister's 3 children after both she and her husband died. Listen.
We have 3 children that have lost both their parents. So now that becomes our new focus.
We never thought twice about it. We just did it.
You try to be as positive as you can, and you try to appreciate every day.
I love that.
He's a good man.
Right.
I didn't know all that about him.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
But I think that's the cool thing is that he didn't advertise it. He didn't say, look what a great guy I am. This is how look what I did. He just kind of very discreetly, I'm sure the news kind of picked up on it and went and did a story. But I like that he just discreetly did what he did as him and his wife did what they did, and they did it quietly, and they did it with heart and love. And
what an example. What an absolute example.
Of good people and positivity and a role model.
Good things happen. Good things happen. Luke. Yep. We're going to go to digital producer Raquel Villanueva. She has news at this moment.
Right now, people continue to sign a petition to replace Kevin Spacey on House of Cards with actor Kevin James. More than 30,000 people have signed the Change.org petition and say Kevin James could really elevate the show on Netflix. The future of the series has been in jeopardy after more accusers have come forward to say they were sexually assaulted by Kevin Spacey. The person who created the petition reached out to the people of the show. I'll let you know if they respond. Back to you guys.
I think
it's a joke. It's a gag.
It's a joke, but I just, if I was Kevin James, I just wouldn't want my name anywhere in this. Because people read articles quickly and they'll be like, Kevin James molested somebody on Netflix.
Oh, they could just skip over it?
Yeah, they're going to just, it's too many, just get my name. Keep my name out of this article.
I hit like on Instagram. I saw it on Instagram. I don't know if that's a signature, but I did like it. I'm a fan of Kevin James.
Jeff hit it 30,000 times.
You got to get more, you need more time on your hands. Eagle-eyed Netflix fans are noticing something different on their feed. Speaking of House of Cards, the thumbnail images for House of Cards no longer feature disgraced star Kevin Spacey. Now it's all about his co-star, Robin Wright. Many are calling for her to be the solo star of the show, including actress Jessica Chastain, who tweeted that we're ready for the Robin Wright show. men. I want to see Claire Underwood. Goodbye, Frank Underwood. Fine, but don't get rid of the whole series. There's so many people that depend on that show for their income.
And based on the situation, what a statement Netflix could make by making a woman be the star of the show after the reason that we're losing. I think it would speak volumes.
I want to ask Jeff this question because you love to kill characters off in spectacular fashion.
Yes.
How would you get rid of Kevin Spacey's character?
I don't think you could make a joke of this one because it's too serious to make a joke of. But I think I'm going to not answer that question. But I think Robin Wright could definitely carry the series.
Oh, definitely.
Kevin Spacey was a huge part if we're just talking about that series. But Robin Wright and there's other characters this series could still live on without.
I thought she was the more interesting of the two characters anyway. So yes, let's hope it happens.
All right, we're going to keep on talking about it here at Daily Blast Live. The trending stories and breaking news, bringing it to you when it happens. Erica Cobb, what's coming up?
Well, Florida State University has pulled the plug on its entire Greek life after a pledge lost his life after a party. But will the bold move change campus culture? And Sia gets in front of a potential scandal and posts a naughty photo before the paparazzi can. Details in the DBL buzz. But first, Ebony Steele has our two choices for today's SmackDown.
It's reported that Kanye is refusing to make an appearance on the Kardashians' annual Christmas card. This got us debating. Should your partner participate in all of your family events? Or, ugly sweater party invites are starting to be delivered, but we want to know, is the ugly sweater trend over? Head over to dailyblastlive.com to vote on which topic you want to hear our hosts debate in today's SmackDown.
Hey guys, it's Connor Ashley. We're hanging out in the Digital Lounge, tracking the trending stories right now. First up, we have Beyonce and Pharrell Williams. So they recently donated some items for a charity auction. Beyonce donated her Formation Tour hat, as you can see here, and Pharrell Williams donated 2 pairs of Adidas. They're trending right now because they were able to raise $40,000 for the Lung Transplant Foundation through this charity auction. So just really great news out of there. That was actually 9 times more than what they had anticipated. So these items were pretty pricey, but it all went to a great cause. Alrighty, Kelly Grega, what do you have trending right now?
Yeah, so right now Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are trending for being couple goals once again. So this is a photo that paparazzi took of Blake Lively on her new film In Dublin, The Rhythm Section.
Oh boy.
A lot of people are saying she looks unrecognizable. Obviously this is for the role.
Yeah.
But being husband of the year, Ryan Reynolds took this photo and then his comment was #NoFilter. Which is just funny, and we know that they play with each other on social media a lot. Every time there's a birthday post, they crop the other one out of it and just show them. So it's a cute story. It's getting a lot of traction for just being, lighthearted in a time when we need it.
Well, they're such a cute couple, and they're both so beautiful. I mean, this clearly is not the most beautiful photo, but yeah.
And I think that's what he's pointing out, too, is we know her as a very different version of this.
Well, they are giving us serious relationship goals here at DBL. Let us know your take on that story. Alrighty, Brett Forrest, what's trending right now? Looks like we got some Chipotle news.
Yeah, first off, I just want to say it's election day, so go vote.
Go vote, guys. Yeah. Go vote.
All right, and also in honor of Veterans Day, which is this weekend, Chipotle is offering a buy one, get one for anyone in the military. Just go to any Chipotle store from 5 p.m. to close, and it's valid for all U.S. military spouses, and veterans. And Chipotle says it's just their small token of appreciation for your service. So, and let me thank you, all veterans and servicemen and women out there.
That's great. We thank you guys so much, and head over to Chipotle. Get your buy one, get one burrito, and yeah, let us know your DBL take on all these trending stories, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Live app right now and vote for the SmackDown topic. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime covering the trending stories that you are talking about right now, no matter where you are watching. It's time now for the DBL Buzz. That's all the celebrity gossip you can't stop talking about, and neither can we. And the woman with all the tea is our very own Sam Shocker. Take it away, Sam.
Thank you, Erica Cobb. That's right. We love these stories so much that sometimes we can't stop talking. So when we hear Erica say, we'll move on to the next story, and you are the ones buzzing us.
You push them to me all the time.
I am pushing them on you. Sting them. Sting them. Go to dailybuzzlive.com and vote now. Okay, let's start with Sia. She tweeted a nude picture of herself before the paparazzi could release it for profit. We made it TV friendly. Here it is. She writes, quote, someone is apparently trying to sell naked photos of me to my fans. Save your money. Here it is for free. Every day is Christmas. Now she has the Christmas album coming out.
Shout out to our digital team for that bow. Very, very cute bow.
And I applaud her for this, but she shouldn't even have to try and get ahead of them. It's disgusting that people are trying to profit off of her own personal nude photos. What an invasion of privacy.
And it's like you love it and hate it at the same time. You love her solution at the end. You're not going to get paid for something unauthorized, but at the same time, why does she even have to go through this?
Yep.
Well, I mean, we live in an age where things are leaked. I mean, we had that, what, a couple years ago where all those celebrity photos got leaked, and people look at them.
Right.
People look
Okay, moving on.
I'm sorry, that was my
Is
fault.
a former Real Housewife of Atlanta trying to do anything to get back on the show? Well, sources say Phaedra Parks' relationship with Criminal Minds star Shemar Moore is just that, a ploy to get producers to bring her back. Dating rumors started last week when Phaedra posted a picture of the two looking cozy on her Instagram. But guess what? Here at DBL, we didn't buy it. No, no, no. Erica and Ebony both called her out. Watch.
She missed the hashtag TBT because that was a throwback photo from 2016.
Here it is.
And only time that she's been seen with Shemar Moore.
It's embarrassing.
She won't
It is embarrassing.
be seen with Shemar no more because it really is not happening. It really didn't go on.
Oh my God, I love it.
No, but I'm just saying this is just like a desperate attempt.
It's
like
embarrassing.
Yeah, just like, you know, get a bottled water because you seem so thirsty. You know, just to kind of.
It's true, though.
It's
You're
really
right.
true. Why do that? And wait, what if he's in a relationship and you're posting pictures like this and you messing up his game?
That's
we didn't even
good
thought about
point.
that.
I know. You
Like,
don't think
come
about the other
on.
person, but you should. And look at DBL Nation wants us to keep talking about it.
Right.
We
Well,
have,
she
we have
called
the
him
inside
bae.
scoop.
In the she called him like that.
And baby and
yeah,
first,
it's
like
come, that's
she
weird.
knew
and
what
coming
she
out.
was doing.
Exactly.
How do you think he reacted? He must.
He buzzed her. He said, "My move, she got buzzed."
Okay, wedding bells could be on hold for Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, possibly all because of Miranda Lambert. Someone close to Blake is saying the country star is still heartbroken over his divorce with Lambert because he's convinced she cheated on him. Well, despite all that, sources do say that Gwen and Blake are very much in love. It's just that he's hesitant to tie the knot again because what happened with his first marriage. So do you hold your past experience?
Good, because it was confusing anyway. I didn't know what was going on.
Okay, pop culture guru Tori Showman's got a new trending story coming in hot.
Y'all got buzzed. Everyone loves the elf on the shelf, but the turkey on the table is what's coming in hot this holiday season. All right, shut up. Two moms created it to teach children about gratitude, people. So take a feather, write down what you're thankful for, and then display it on your Thanksgiving table. Here's what we are thankful for at DBL. Take a look.
I'm grateful for having a healthy baby girl, my Sophie.
I am grateful for my friendships and, of course, my humidifier.
I am thankful that I won't have to see this bird after Thanksgiving.
I'm very thankful for my family and the perseverance of the creator of this turkey. Keep dreaming.
All right, here's what I'm thankful for. My mom, dad, sister, my hubby, my two rescue dogs, but most importantly, the DBL Nation. And guys, don't forget to shake your tail feathers.
Oh, man.
She went for an encore. Did you
I know,
see
she kept
that?
going. There's got to be a Tori cam at all times in here, like
I
just
don't
straight
know
on
if
Tori.
that was supposed to make me happy or was I supposed to be offended?
The camera just came back on us and no one could talk. Everybody just was stunned. Like, what was that?
That was confusing like the last story. I didn't get either one.
I don't know. But look what you made her do. I'm not talking about Tori. I'm talking about Taylor Swift. Is she going too far to protect her reputation? And still ahead, why the ACLU is calling out the megastar and Erica Cobb smacking it down.
A music video, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to go to dailyblastlive.com and vote on the SmackDown topic that you would like to hear. Are the ugly sweater craze, is it over? Or should your partner participate in all of your family events? Vote right now. There's still time.
Guys, hey, we are back, and you know, a lot of you on YouTube are talking about Sherry Bronson, for instance, says the hosts dress so attractively, can't wait each day to check out their styles, but then they bring so much talent and spirit. Well, you know, Kelly always looks great here as well. There's, you know, Hannah does the host's talent, so why don't we see if we can find Hannah and see what she has to say about today's wardrobe. Oh, Hannah, people are raving about the clothes today on YouTube.
Yes, I saw. I got on there and commented, so
that's cool. Yeah. So, I mean, how does the selection process, I mean, when you go shopping for them, like, where do you shop? Online? Do you go to stores? Like, what is the selection process for each of the hosts?
So I'm one of the lucky few that get to sit with the host. So I shop with Tori online almost every day. Like, we're always looking for great deals. Jeff wears a lot of Zara. That's pretty much his whole thing. Al, I go shopping for at Macy's a lot. I go in person to find, like, I'm always at the mall just because I want to see what current trends are out there. I'm always looking for new pieces for them, but we primarily do a lot of online shopping because they can't wear like the same outfit every day, so we need a lot of variety. Yeah.
Now, do you find like buy a lot of staple pieces and then like that you can kind of mix in and no one would really notice because they're staple pieces and accessorize with them?
Definitely. So I'm a big believer in finding good statement pieces and spending money on foundational items that you can use on a regular basis. And then when it comes to current trends, you know, going to H&M, Forever 21, Nordstrom Rack. I mean, I'm a big Nordstrom Rack girl. So. Yeah.
Now, people love Al's tiger sweater. It looks like it's similar to the snake one. Is that from Macy's? Is that where they can get it?
It is. This is actually part of the same collection as the snake sweater from last week.
Does the lion have any comments?
It does. The lion's loving it today.
Yeah. So is it just a snake and lion option?
There's actually a panther one too, and so.
Did you get the panther one?
They don't have it at the local one, but we will order it. And so it's, I think, usually $59, but right now it's 20% off.
When Hannah sees something she wants, she's a bulldog. She goes after it. She does not let go.
She tracks down Macy's headquarters and says, "I want my panther."
I want my panther. Exactly. Macy's here. I want my panther.
Yeah, Macy's. You heard her. Don't upset her.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, I want to know more about the guys because I would love to know like the staple pieces you get the guys because you know those pieces that you think every guy should have because you can build upon them.
Page jeans, guys. If you have it all, like if you have thighs or a booty, even if you don't and you're a runner, Page jeans. Page jeans are the best and they're super comfortable. It feels like you're wearing yoga pants, but they're jeans and they're awesome.
Oh, great. So there's a tip for all you guys watching in the DBL Nation. We'll be back with more topics to talk about in the next commercial break, so let us know what you have to say, and we'll talk about it live. Okay, thanks.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time now for the SmackDown. And just seconds ago, you at home, the DBL Nation, voted to hear our host debate, should your partner participate in all of your family events? Now, your job isn't over. Grab your phone and go to dailyblastlive.com and click on Vote Here Now to say who you believe is winning today's SmackDown. Tori Schulman, it's all you, boo.
Thank you, Erica. And it really does matter who wins these debates. The host that wins the most SmackDowns between now and Thanksgiving wins a donation to the charity of their choice. So go to dailyblastlive.com to learn about the SmackDown for charities. All right, let's get started, ladies. According to reports, Kanye West is refusing to be in the Kardashian annual Christmas card. A source says that while Kim demanded that Kanye be there, he said he has, quote, a million other engagements. This got us debating, should your partner participate in all of your family events? Now, here to lead the SmackDown is media maven Ebony Steele and fitness trainer to the stars, Jen Wiederstrom. Right now, Jen has 13 wins. I have their back. Ooh, Ebony response.
Well, I love that. And you know, you guys know that how close I am with my family. We are obsessed with each other. And sometimes people can make it, sometimes they can't. And think about if my partner, for example, someone I'm dating, may have 3 or 4 kids, that may mean that sometimes bringing him to some events that may be an adult event may mean that he have to bring his kids too, which might not be the proper setting. So you just have to gauge
50-50. Go ahead, Jen, final thought.
At the end of the day, the more time you spend apart, the more likely you will end up apart.
Whoa, okay.
Those family
final
events.
vote. Oh, Jen with 55%. That was a good ending. Very nice.
That was a good one.
Digital producer Raquel Villanueva with news at this moment. Raquel, what do you have?
Yeah, remember this video of Britney Spears painting flowers that kind of showed us her new artsy side? We're learning that she donated the painting to the Vegas charity Vegas Cares, and the internet can't get enough of the man who bought it. It is none other than Robin Leach, the host of the Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. The painting sold for $10,000, and you know what? Even though you didn't smack down the ugly Christmas sweaters, I vote to keep them alive. Back to you guys.
I love that, digital team.
I love you guys.
That's fantastic. All right, well, a Britney Spears painting sold for $10,000. Wait till you hear who bought it. We just told you it's Robin Leach.
Robin Leach.
Then meet the TV anchor behind the classic clapback. When a viewer,
The classic what?
Clapback.
Okay.
When a viewer tries to body shame her, why she's not letting the hate bring her down. Plus, from sugar to shade, up next, we're sharing some of our favorite celebrity social media postings. See you soon.
Yeah. I'm like, it's Robin.
Promotional consideration is brought to you.
Hey guys, I'm just finishing a protein bar in between breaks, but Jen, that was a good fight and you won. Yeah, how does it feel to be a winner?
It's actually really close. I mean, every time Ebony and I said something, it literally went from her in the lead to me in the lead. So I love that audience participation because we're really just trying to make you think and feel a different way and see if it can, you know.
And I mean, we want to know what you think. I mean, that's the whole point of this. Is are we on the same page? You know.
Although what I do love about the SmackDowns, it's really not us arguing. Like Ebony will always say things, or Erica, whenever I'm smacking down with somebody, you hear an opinion that you haven't thought before, and it kind of makes you think, I didn't think of it that way. So even though we're competing for that donation for our charity, I do love that it's really a kind of a way to have different opinions and kind of come together on them.
I thought that was a great topic too, because that's a tough one. It's like making your partner go to everything versus things come up sometimes.
Right, but that's the thing. Like, I mean, that was always the case with my parents, but like the reality is they made each other priority, and it showed in their longevity of the relationship. So anyway.
That's great. Thanks, guys.
10 seconds.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Pop culture guru Tori Showman shares what she's loving on social media. We call it DBL Likes.
Yes, yes, yes. Celebs have been busy posting videos all over social media, and we found a few that we like, but you may not. So here's the deal. Go to dailyblastlive.com and use emojis to tell us how you feel about them, all right? First up, Taylor Swift posted video from listening sessions where fans heard her new album, Reputation. Take a look.
Oh my gosh, I just met Taylor. She did a meet and greet with all of us, and she was so nice. I just can't. I just can't. It was unreal.
We got some Swiftie fans. We got a lot of loves. All right, up next, Katy Perry's Insta story. She posted a video getting her hair and makeup done, and, well, we can't tell how she's feeling about the look. Take a look. Ooh, we got a lot of angry faces there. I agree. She didn't look too thrilled. Finally, the DBL Nation has mixed feelings about Nene Leakes at the moment, but we are madly in love with the YSL glittery boots. Take a look, yes? Now, she wore these on the streets of New York City, but I can't decide if I'm loving her shirt. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just making drama. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's no emojis. No emojis for that. Back to you guys.
I love it. More trending stories in our next half hour of Daily Blast Live. Diddy backtracks on his new nickname. Was he really just kidding about being called Brother Love? And MTV spinning off the Jersey Shore. And word on the street is the original cast ain't happy. If you're leaving us right now, you can still watch us live on Facebook and YouTube.
So we are back. So yeah, that was an example of how you can play from home. If you just go to your website, or go to our website at dailyblastlive.com/vote, or go to our phone and go to dailyblastlive.com/vote. The emojis are right there. Then you just hit them, and they show up on the screen like magic. It's like little elves take your heart and bring them over to the TV screen. Sam Shocker How's show 2 going for you?
Good. Show 2's going really well. The stories today, I love it. They're very diverse. We have, you know, some really fun, lighthearted stories, and then we have like the meat and potato stories. And the one that I feel like has the most traction is the one about the Greek system. Because what happened at FSU, and a 20-year-old fraternity pledge, lost his life. They're still investigating it, but it looks like it was the binge drinking, possibly the hazing, and that's sparked kind of a debate here.
Now, don't you think, you know, I wasn't in a fraternity, my school didn't recognize the Greek system, but I feel like I was saying this to Ebony, it's like, I feel like binge drinking and sexual harassment are problems for college kids in general that need to be, you know.
You're right. It's rampant on college campuses. It is a culture there, and I know that a lot of different institutions and universities are trying to even just have like awareness, right? Like what constitutes consent? You know, what is that? Some people don't see it so black and white. Like, you know, it's illegal if you technically you can't be drinking and authorized consent. That's not consent. So there's some gray area and blurred lines that schools are even just trying to just allow and cut through that red tape and talk about that as well. But I told you the statistics, there are more of it in the Greek system. So
yeah. I mean, there's definitely more parties and organized things going on. That's cool. Thanks.
It's Daily Blast Live, the only live show that covers breaking news and top trending stories that are happening right now. We are live in the DBL studios where our team is busy tracking the top stories and videos right at this moment, as well as the top trending feel-good stories right now. It's voting day across the country. Local and state elections have social media users posting their I voted stickers as a reminder to get out the vote, even on an off year. Right now, United Airlines is flying a farewell flight for its last Boeing 747. The mega jet has just taken off moments ago from San Francisco and is heading to Honolulu to retire. And last night on Jimmy Kimmel Live, country stars Brad Paisley and John Fogerty of Creedence Clearwater Revival put on a show for thousands of active and retired servicemen and women. Check it out. I'm getting it. All right, we're going to kid. Sam Shocker, back to you.
I love it. Yes, Erica Cobble's getting it. Joining me is media maven Ebony Steele. She's getting it too. Everyone's favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder, comedian Al Jackson, and I'm Sam Shocker. We're going to get right to this story. Florida State University has issued an indefinite suspension on all fraternities and sororities. This comes after a 20-year-old fraternity pledge died on Friday after a house party. Nearly a quarter of students at the school were members of a Greek organization. Now, Ebony, you had a fantastic experience as a member of a sorority.
Yes, Delta Sigma Theta, a wonderful experience. And when I saw this kind of broke my heart because, oh, there's me when I pledged back in 92. And I've continued to be a part of the sorority that is based on scholarship and service and sisterhood. And here's a picture of us recently at our most recent reunion earlier this year. That's me right in the middle, but right there with the circle around it. But anyway, it was a great experience for me. In Florida State, I hate that one situation ruined it for what could be a great experience for some other students.
But unfortunately, and listen, I know that you had a great experience. I was never part of the Greek system, so perhaps I'm biased. I went to UCLA, and I saw a lot of negative things actually with our Greek system. But then statistics tell you otherwise. You know, for one, since 1970, there's been at least one death a year due to hazing or binge drinking since 1970. And, you know, members of fraternities, 86% of them binge drink, according to statistics, compared to 45% of non-members. Sorority girls are more likely to be victims of sexual assault and rape. Fraternity members are more likely, 3 times more likely to commit sexual assault and rape. Right. So that all lends to that rape culture that is so prevalent on college campuses.
I know we're talking about scholarship and volunteering, but like,
which is amazing. Amazing.
No freshman at college goes, let's volunteer. Let's join a fraternity so I can volunteer. That's about partying and drinking. We know what it is. Yeah, and okay, you're one.
I did it in high school too, so
yeah. So I'm saying, like, most people are joining fraternities to party. That's what it's about. That's almost all it's about. That's what Greek life is about. And I think that's why they suspended these, is because they know every weekend there's fights, there's sexual assaults happening, there's drinking. I mean, this young kid unfortunately lost his life. But how many kids have to get their stomach pumped every week?
It has to be supervised. When you have 18 and 19-year-olds going away from home for the first time in their life, they're going to party. They're going to do these kind of things. And these organizations, I mean, let's not get it confused. This is almost like gang activity. So I wasn't a part of a gang. I was a part of a sorority that was structured. Some fraternities are structured, and I think it's just on the campus where you are. And I'm going to say this real quick. The sorority I'm a part of, Soledad O'Brien is, Natalie Cole, Aretha Franklin, Betty Shabazz, Keisha Knight-Pulliam, and Cicely Tyson.
Amazing.
So you have to choose the organization that you want to be a part of.
Perhaps more sororities and fraternities can learn from your sorority's example. All right, we're going to go to digital producer Kelly Schubert. She has news at this moment. Kelly.
Hey guys, we've got a story that's trending right now. A Qatar Airlines flight to Bali was forced to make an emergency landing because a woman found out her husband was cheating. So here's what happened. The husband was apparently sleeping. She used his thumb to unlock his phone, you know, the thumb setting. That's when she found out he was having an affair through text messages. The woman reportedly started hitting him and wouldn't stop. The crew tried to intervene, and apparently she just kept hitting him, so they had to make the emergency landing in Chennai. The woman, her husband, and children were kicked off the plane. That's the end of it. Back to you guys.
And the funny part that she didn't mention, the airline charged that guy $25 for cheating on his wife.
As they should. It charged a lot more than $25. I feel bad that the children had to witness that.
It's like everybody was probably mad at that guy. Their kids, the flight attendants, everybody on that flight that had to be diverted to Chennai. You know, everybody is so mad at that guy.
Even the woman that he's cheating with, because he was probably on the way to see her with the family. He was going to sneak out.
All right, we're going to move on. A feud right now, speaking of feuds, between Taylor Swift and the American Civil Liberties Union. The ACLU sent Taylor's legal team a letter denouncing her threat to sue a blogger. Now, the blogger had accused the singer of supporting the white supremacy movement. The ACLU advised Taylor to just shake it off. So to provide a little bit more context, you know, Taylor and her people thought that this was defamation and slander, so they essentially wanted to silence this blogger for criticizing her. That's where the ACLU stepped in and said, no, this is her freedom of speech. This isn't slander. And they didn't like the fact that Taylor's lawyers were intimidating the blogger to be silent.
But the weird part is how the two connect. How Taylor and ACLU, how they connect.
Right. I mean, is it illegal? I wish we had, you know, our legal eagle up here, Tori, to answer this.
Tori, come on up here real quick.
Tori,
because is this slander? Because if I was Taylor Swift and being accused of being a white supremacist, I would want to try and...
Are you allowed to, is it illegal to say Al Jackson's part of the Klan? Is that illegal to write that on the internet?
The way that it's defamation is if you are recklessly disregarding the truth, so she's not a white supremacist, and you are actually and trying to maliciously do something to hurt her. The KKK is a hate group, so this falls under defamation. However, the lawyer didn't sue for defamation. He sent a letter. You can't have prior restraint in that. You have to say, I'm going to sue for defamation. You can't just silence someone.
So it's that intimidation factor.
Correct.
The ACLU
if you just said a defamation letter, that's a different story.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. All right, here's one way to fight crime. Police in East Lansing, Michigan posted this on their department's official Twitter feed. They write, quote, we've taped Stranger Things spoilers all over the walls of our jail this week. Some extra motivation for you to not end up there. We actually put in a call to the East Lansing PD to find out if it worked. We'll keep you updated as soon as we hear back. Hey, I hate spoilers. It would work for me.
Yeah. My goal is just to stay out of jail.
Right?
I'm like, once I get there, no matter what's on the wall, it's going to be bad.
But it would make it worse.
Yes.
I don't know. Think about, ooh, if I was in jail, this is what I would want. You know what I mean? Like, I just plan on not being there.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
It's a good thing. I guess maybe I should be on that side of the tracks.
Don't break the law.
Sam has already got a when I go to jail plan. I like that, Sam.
Yikes. Okay, we're going to move on. There will be fake tans. Fake fist bumping, not fake fist bumping. You know what that means. MTV's newest show, Floribama Shore, is coming. Let's take a look.
Apparently she's a Wiccan.
Oh, where's that Jesus candle? I just want to have
one-night stands.
You think I'm scared of you?
It's about to go down.
Ooh, the original Jersey Shore cast, though, is not psyched. Nope. The situation wants people to tweet their support of the original cast and bring his show back. In fact, our very own Jeff Schroeder reached out to the situation.
I reached out to Mike.
What did he say?
He's my buddy. We did marriage boot camp together, and he wrote back to me and said, I have no comment on this situation. Yeah, he did. Yeah, there's me and Mike. So he wrote me back. I'm sure there's something. I'm sure something else is going on. Probably a bigger story.
Ever not dressed impeccably? You look like you own a nightclub.
Like, are you endorsing something? Like,
no, but if someone wants to endorse me, come find me.
Wait. Can we go back to the fact that he says he has no comment yet?
So I wrote him. Yeah. So I don't know. Knowing Mike, I know there's something else going on, and there might be something brewing behind this whole thing, and he just can't comment on it. He wishes my family very well. I wish his family very well. So he's a good guy. I stick up for Mike, and I think he's got something behind the scenes maybe going on.
Yeah,
Who
perhaps
knows?
a situation going on.
He did write no comment on the situation, so it's kind of funny. He's a funny guy.
All right, pop culture guru Tori Shulman with a new trending story coming in hot.
That's right, ranch dressing. It's not just for eating anymore, it's for wearing. And thanks, Joel. And Hidden Valley's new holiday collection is coming in hot. Yes, they just launched festive gifts for the ultimate ranch fans. Rock these if you can read this Bring Me Ranch socks, or a holiday ranch sweater, because what's cheerier than a bottle of dressing on your chest? Now, if a bottle isn't enough, you can own a ranch keg that holds almost 2 gallons and comes with, get this, a year's supply of Hidden Valley Ranch for only $50. All right, guys, all this ranch talk has gotten me craving, right? Screw the vegetables. See you later.
$50 doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right.
But if you're buying a case of ranch like that, it's like, I feel like you know yourself. Like, you're like, this is what I'm into.
Yeah, I just don't. It's something about opening a new bottle, though. I don't want a keg of ranch. I want it to, yeah.
Tori, you want to make an extra $50? Our producer said if you eat that whole bottle, you get 50
drink
pounds.
it right now, you get $50.
Daily Blast Live. It's all about live news as it's happening. Erica Cobb, what's coming up? Please tell her to stop. No, Tori. Don't do that. Tori. Don't do that.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs are going K-pop. Not as exciting as Tori. Next, Al sounds off on this viral performance, and you can just imagine what he'll have to say. And we want to give a DBL shout out to 2 Washington, D.C. brothers, Eli and Jonah Zucker, donated 150 pounds of Halloween candy to raise money for hurricane relief and to support U.S. troops. Way to go, guys. We'll be right back.
So, DBL Nation, I guess we want to know, did you really want to see Tori finish the bottle of ranch or not? And how bad do you need the $50? Bring the bottle.
All right.
Bring your co-star.
Bring my co-star, Mr. Ranch.
This is a spin-off, by the way. It's just Tori and a bottle of ranch.
Well, Jeff said he wanted to be endorsed by some clothing company, and I don't see a problem with me being endorsed by Hidden Valley Ranch. Also, do you guys remember their commercials? It's like everyone having a salad outside in a meadow. I always wanted to like jump into that
Go to
Hidden Valley Ranch ad.
Yeah, the kids would often eat, they'd go to carnivals, but they'd eat, instead of cotton candy, they'd eat broccoli.
Yeah, that's exactly what kids do. But here's a question. Is there anything you can put ranch on that wouldn't make it better?
Right. And is there anything that is still healthy after you put ranch on it?
That's a hard no. That's a hard pass. It's a creamy bunch of fat right here. But Jen Wiederstrom, my coach and my good friend, told me that she herself would give me $50 if I didn't drink the Hidden Valley Ranch. Oh, $51. So now.
Well, I'll give you 52 if you just finish half of it.
That wasn't me. That was Rena Pop. In
No,
my
I
ear,
know, I know.
she wanted you to drink
Do
it.
you want some?
She goes, what was? You offered Tori $50
Do
to
a
drink
ranch
that.
shooter.
Oh, I know. You want
Just do a
some?
ranch shooter.
Okay, ready?
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, come on.
No.
You're too good for the ranch?
Absolutely. I'm blue cheese guy.
Oh,
Me
blue
too.
cheese.
Here's my question. DBL take, what's your favorite dressing? Are you a balsamic vinaigrette? I'm a hardcore, anything that's like white and creamy and bad for you, I'm a big fan. What's yours?
I'm a blue cheese person myself, but I think your dressing really says a lot about your
I
personality.
do too. And the other day I got a dressing with balsamic, a salad to be good, and then I asked for ranch on the side, and I mixed.
Ooh, you can mix balsamic and blue cheese. That's really good.
Oh, okay.
Ranch doesn't really.
It didn't actually work, but I still ate it because there was Hidden Valley
You
Ranch.
would have been exiled from Hidden Valley, escorted out by
I
police.
would have like creeped up on their little like bench, being like, "Can I be part of it? Get out of here, you crazy woman!" Let me know what salad dressing you guys
and
like.
share what you put your ranch on, because I've seen some crazy things with ranch dressing. People go nuts.
People I've seen put cool ranch dressing on their Cool Ranch Doritos, and those people I think might have a little problem.
They might be ordering this big 50-gallon.
The 50-gallon keg. That's for those people.
I kind of want to try that.
It's on.
It's on next break. I'm getting them. Bye.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking the trending topics that you are talking about right now, no matter where you are watching. It's time now for Al Sounds Off, where my brother, the comedian Al Jackson, rants and raves about all the crazy things that he's found on the internet. And our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder, is here to help him out. Take it away, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Erica. That's right, I'm here with everyone's favorite comedian, Mr. Al Jackson, in our favorite segment, Al Sounds Off. All right, Al, we've been doing this for a while now.
We have.
We're friends. I think I'm safe. I'm in a safe zone with you.
We are.
I like boy bands, Al.
You've admitted that I respect you.
I like boy bands, I like man bands, and I like K-pop. Check out this new group.
All right, let's check it out. This is so embarrassing. Even their shoes are trying to get away from them. Jeff, I don't know if you noticed, they're one dwarf short. They might need one.
Yes, Snow White and the Six Dwarves in this video.
I know. It's like Snow White and the Six Dwarfs. I think that you could be the last one. You can be creepy, because that's what this video is. This is a little strange.
Hey, if it means I'm in a K-pop group, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, look. I think that could be you, Jeff. It's like, finally, we have Snow White through the eyes of an Asian male teenager. I've been waiting for this for years. I'm loving K-pop. Are we joining this boy band or what?
Yeah, I'll let you know when they call me.
Let's do it, and let's keep it moving to the next one.
All right, let's move it out.
Yeah.
Al, this next one, I definitely got to take you on. I know you're not that much of a camper, but I'm going to get you to go camping.
I'm an indoor cat, man. I don't go out a lot.
All right, well, this might put it over the top, Al. Check this out.
Let's see.
Look how fun this is, Al.
I'm already out. Why don't we just stay
it's a beautiful.
It's like combining the two things I'm scared of, tents and water. I'm a black man. I don't go outside like that. This is just weird, because this is such a bad idea. It's literally a figure of speech. It's like literally you're up a creek without a paddle. This is terrible. But I did watch this, and it does have some amenities. You can lay in it, and, you know, if you look, there's a bathroom all around you.
Yeah, that's good.
Anywhere you go, there's a bathroom. There's a doggy door so that the gator that's going to eat you can get in easy.
Nice.
I think this is a horrible idea. And but there is a window so you can see yourself going over the waterfall. Bad idea for the floating tent. You're out of here.
Well, don't worry. We're going to take some video of me and Al in that tent. All right, let's do this, Al. I don't know any other way to introduce this, but cat tissue box. Just take a look.
Yep.
It kind of speaks for itself.
First of all, I would have that look on my face if that was happening to me, too. I just like that the cat doesn't look like he's not. I mean, but it does answer the question, how bad do you want a Kleenex? You know, it's like, you feel bad enough to, like, reach in there? And finally, I mean, it's like, look, I just hope if you get this that you don't have an actual cat, because he's walking around like, hey, am I next? That's gross. We're done. That's been Al Sounds Off. See y'all next week. They took all my good jokes.
They took all Al's jokes. That's Mr. Al Jackson, everybody. Al Sounds Off. All right, fitness pro Jen Wiederstrom with a new trending story coming in hot.
Well, the Lego set celebrating the women of NASA is coming in way hot because it's at the very, very top of Amazon's toy list. Now, we broke this story a few weeks ago for you guys because the new set is actually featuring iconic astronauts like Mae Jemison, Sally Ride, and of course, we have the computer scientist Margaret Hamilton and astronomer Nancy Roman. So, of course, I had to order. Yeah, thank you. Bring it up. We had to order it, put it together here on set. Take a look. Hey, here we go. This is so cool. This is big ups to digital producer Leo. He worked with me today, put them all together. And we love that it's celebrating critical roles that women played in NASA's history. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Jen. You forgot to mention that I put together a small piece of that as well. I did. Daily Blast Live is all about live news as it's trending. Erica Cobb, what's coming up on Daily Blast Live?
Well, Jeff, if you see the band at Johnson County High School in Georgia, make sure you pay attention to the drum line. Check this out. That's 6 6-year-old Morgan Prosser, the first-grade drummer, has earned a spot in the high school band. He's been performing since he was 2 years old. And a Texas TV reporter claps back at a body shamer. Listen to this.
This is the way that I'm built. This is the way that I was born. I'm not going anywhere. So if you don't like it, you have your options.
She shares her empowering message in a live TV interview next.
So we don't want to give away what we're going to be talking about in the next segment, but that's Tori over there in her ensemble. All right, so Angelica, you got a story about Adam Levine, right?
Yes, this is very exciting. It was announced on the Ellen Show, the gender of his second baby. Do you know what it is?
I got a 50-50 chance of guessing.
It is a girl.
Oh, big reveal.
There we go. But it was super exciting. Adam broke the news on Ellen, and this story is trending like crazy right now online. And a lot of people are talking about it. Good for him. It's
Yeah, so is that a boy and a girl now?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, good for them. Good for the Levine family. Well, that's exciting. Are you a big fan of Adam Levine?
I like him. I'm not a huge fan, but
Yeah.
But I think it's cool. I mean, I like Maroon 5.
I like Maroon 5.
No, I love Maroon 5.
Yeah, you gotta love Maroon 5. Come on now.
Wow, Leo has a fervor that I...
Yeah, I'm a fanboy of Adam Levine, if you guys didn't know that. He's amazing.
Really? Shakara, how do you feel about Adam Levine?
Is that the Maroon 5 guy? Oh, I like him. I'm a fan. It's been a while.
He's on The Voice.
Oh, yeah. On NBC, right?
On NBC, yes. The Voice on NBC, yes. Yes, so...
I was not paid to say the network that...
Check your local listings. All right, guys, so we are in between breaks here. This is what is happening at this moment in time here in Denver. The ladies are checking their phones, they're downloading their info, they're looking at their cards. A lot of people wonder what these cards are. Can I just hold up a card?
Yep, it has all the really important bullet points that we need, and then also, God forbid, if the prompter went out, it has that there. So it's a backup, really.
Yeah, it's just all the producers prepare the stories for them and then just kind of give bullet points, right? And
especially with the interviews and stuff too, when we have like what we're about to see with Demetria, who is an amazing woman who fired back at body shamers. It gives you those bullet points a little bit about her, so you can be, the producers do a really good job, so you can be more familiar with the story.
She's blowing up. I mean, she's been everywhere today.
She deserves it.
Yeah, she's great, and she really has a great personality to fight back in a situation like that. Erica, what do your cards say?
I don't think any. Oh, that's an
Wade,
one. Yeah.
you're a winner, Erica. Way to go, Erica. Nailed that story, Erica. That's really
Nailed it.
positive affirmations. That's what these cards also have.
It says you are good enough, strong enough, and gosh darn it, people love you.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. It's true. We love Erica. All right, guys, stay with us for the rest of the break, and we'll talk through the next one. And let us know if you have any questions for them we want to ask.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, daytime's only live show with the top trending and breaking news happening now. Time now for the extra shot. It's the story that made you say, give me another round, since it's so uplifting. Today we're talking to a reporter we first introduced to you yesterday. She's gone viral for her epic response to cyberbullies. Check this out.
And oh, her body is too big for that dress, or she's too curvy, or...
Dallas traffic reporter Demetria Obalor is going viral for her response to body shaming. A viewer posted this about Demetria on Facebook, saying she looked ridiculous in her dress. Demetria stood up for herself.
This is the way that I'm built. This is the way that I was born.
And social media backed her up too, with help from Chance the Rapper. This traffic reporter is driving the haters away and inspiring others to embrace themselves.
Demetria is joining us live right now from Dallas. Hey, Demetria.
Hey, guys. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Just a little bit. At one point, you were asked to straighten your hair and were even bullied at your last TV job. What keeps you from caving into the pressure to change how you look?
You know, I mean, if you fold to the negativity, I think you have to ask yourself, then who do you become? You become what other people are expecting, and that's not always the best thing. You have to be true to yourself, and in this case, I mean, when it comes to hair, your body, your skin color, that's how you were born, and you know, it's taken a lot of people a lot of time to truly embrace that, especially since for so long, I mean, you weren't seeing a lot of diversity on the news, but you know, we're changing that, and it's so important to see that.
And Demetria, you're helping change that, which is awesome. And you're also so fearless, you're self-aware, you're confident at 26 years old. So what role did your childhood and growing up in Kansas City play in that?
All right, first of all, that's Kansas City, Missouri. That's the show me state, all right? And that means a lot to anybody who's from the Midwest. Now, here's the thing. I mean, I grew up in the city, like the inner city. I mean, and if you grow up in the city, you grow up tougher, okay? I feel like there's so many things working against you, and so you're constantly in a battle just to succeed. And I mean, when you're in that climate, I feel like it strengthens you. And that's not to take away from anybody who grew up in any other area, but I'm just saying that's what was true for me. And so when I get any type of negative comment, you know, I just brush it off.
Your mama must be so fly to raise you to be such a strong woman. How about that?
Well, I hope so. Thank you. You know.
Thank you so much, and thank you for
I'm
being.
grateful, and I'm fortunate to have good people. Yeah.
Demetria Obalor, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We appreciate you. We see you, girl, and we are cheering you on.
Keep brushing out. Brush them out.
Thank you, Demetria.
Well, thanks. So much love to all of you.
Woo! Pop culture guru Tori Shulman has a new story coming in hot.
Moschino is coming in hot with a dress that looks exactly like a dry cleaning bag. The dress is part of Moschino's, new fall 27, get this, trash-inspired collection. And the internet cannot stop talking about it. The sheer overlay can be worn over anything, and you can own it for only, drumroll please, $700. I do feel like I'm at SeaWorld in the spray section. Check out Moschino's latest cardboard couture collection. These treasures look like cardboard, packing tape, and shipping labels. So instead of spending $700 on a plastic dress, I simply picked up my dry cleaning, removed the clothes and the hanger, and voila! Runway fashion for free! Now, do you guys think this is a Moschino yes or Moschino? I think it's a Moschino. Back to you guys.
Moschino. Our staff is busy tracking the stories that are trending and you're sharing. We're speechless, Tori. Cue the holiday music. This video just makes you smile. This 10-month-old boxer named Cherry loving her very first snow. Yes, Cherry, yes. Get it, girl.
Get the snow, boo-boo.
Even better.
Get it, go. Get it, go.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Hey guys, Sherry Bronson had an interesting question for the ladies about high heels and how they are running around the studio. Ebony, Sherry wanted to ask how you feel about high heels.
Who?
High heels on the set, on these chairs running around.
They hurt, as like normal heels do, but because we sit in the high chairs and our feet aren't really on the ground, it doesn't hurt so bad. But you know, girl, sometimes I feel like my toes are webbed. You know, like webbed feet, like they fighting for first place to be in the little point of the shoe. But it's all good.
I feel like in the hubs too, getting down those stairs is not the easiest.
It's not the easiest thing in the world, but you know what? For you guys, we do it. We're gonna wear the heels at DBL.
Jeff, how do you handle the heels?
Hello? My heels? I don't know how women wear heels. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. Have you ever walked on your tiptoes for a little while or something?
I couldn't. You guys do. I don't know. I don't get it.
But it's worth it for us because when we wear heels, it makes our thighs pump up and makes our butt sit up a little bit.
They're fine without the high heels. I don't understand. All right, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. All right, we ready for some funny moments from earlier in the show?
Yes.
Guys, don't forget to shake your tail feathers.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's not true. We loved it. All right, we have another.
Yeah, there's me and Mike. So he wrote me back. I'm sure something else is going on. Probably a bigger story.
Ever not dressed impeccably? You look like you own a nightclub.
Okay, so Al asked a question and our producers found a pic to show us. Let's take a look.
Yes, there's the Jeff I know and love.
All right, the stories never stop. We don't either. Bye.
Live app right now and vote for the SmackDown topic. Live app right now and vote for the SmackDown topic.
Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, November 7th, and this is Daily Blast Live. If it's we're talking about it, so get ready for the latest in entertainment and news because it's coming to you live right now.
The DBL Nation is still mourning the victims of the First Baptist Church shooting on Sunday. We're bringing you the latest on how you can help the citizens of Sutherland Springs, Texas.
The Netflix hit Stranger Things continues to set social media on fire, and Michigan jails have come up with an ingenious way of deterring arrests. Spoiler alert, you're not going to want to miss this story.
Musician Sia is known for hiding her face in public, but yesterday she bared it all on Twitter and sent a nude pic to all of her fans. We'll tell you why she did it coming up next.
I see you looking. Come on in. It's Daily Blast Live, and it's Tuesday, November the 7th. We're the only live show that's covering what you're talking about right now. So why don't we get this thing started with the top 5 trending stories that are happening right now with my boy, Jeff Schroeder. Hey, Jeff.
Thank you, Ebony Steele. Looking beautiful as always. That's right, guys. We are live, and I'm here with radio girl Erica Cobb, Biggest Loser trainer Jen Wiederstrom, and pop culture guru Tori Shulman. We want to welcome all of our viewers to Daily Blast Live. We're a trending news and entertainment show that is live and covers what is happening right now. As you see, our entire DBL team had too much coffee, jumping around in our studio covering news as it's trending, and we'll interrupt the show at any moment with breaking news. And guys, right now coming in with breaking news, we have digital producer Kelly Schubert. Kelly, what's going on?
Hey guys, we have new information on the Texas shooter. Not only did he have a history of violence, but we've just learned he escaped a behavioral hospital in New Mexico back in 2012. The police report, it shows that he was there for, quote, attempting to carry out death threats made to his military chain of command. Meanwhile, we're also learning the shooter was accused of sexual assault in 2013. Deputies there, they now say that case may have fallen through the cracks. Law enforcement is also revealing the shooter's social media pages showed a fascination with mass shootings. So we're going to continue to follow this, and I'll bring you any updates as soon as I have them.
Wow. Thank you, Kelly. We appreciate that. And in times of tragedy, Americans come together. Today, we're calling Stephen Williford a hero. He's a 35-year-old plumber who heard shots, ran barefoot from his home, and shot the gunman outside the church. Now we're hearing his emotional account of these critical moments. Let's take a look.
And every time I heard a shot, I knew that that probably represented a life. I was scared to death. I was scared for me, and I was scared for every one of them, And I was scared for my own family that just lived less than a block away. I'm no hero. I am not. I think my God, my Lord, protected me and gave me the skills to do what needed to be done. And I just wish I could have gotten there faster.
I'm sorry, guys. I called Steven 35. He's 55. Correction on that. And correction, Steven, you are a hero, my man. You definitely are.
We don't really think about or discuss. I mean, here you are, an average citizen on a Sunday morning with your family, and the next thing you know, you might have to go out and take a life because of this. You have no other choice.
Right.
I mean, what has that have to do to a person?
Yeah.
That's something we haven't even spoken about.
And you can tell he's sort of in shock. You can tell he has some survivor's guilt. You can tell he doesn't want to be called a hero. These are classic symptoms of major trauma. I mean, just like what you're saying. He had to go out and take a life, and knowing that each shot took a life, I bet he hears those gunshots, as do others, every single second. So my prayers and thoughts go to you, man. You have won my appreciation, honestly.
Yes.
All right, moving on here. Meantime, today people are also thinking of the victims, especially the Holcomb family. They lost 3 generations, 8 members of their family during Sunday's shooting. To help, a friend started this GoFundMe account that's already raised $466,000 from more than 7,000 people. That's how Americans come together. And if you guys want to donate to the Holcombs or any other victims of families, head to Daily Blast Live or their Facebook or Twitter to learn more, guys. And this is how America comes together, sadly, but it's great. It's great when Americans do.
I agree. And it's just, I think I'm having a hard time because no matter how much money is raised, you can't get those lives back. And I realize it's to kind of buffer getting on life as usual, you know, but it's hard still to process.
Yeah, Joe Holcomb was 86. He is Bryan's dad, the pastor, and he is now the living sole survivor of his daughters were killed, his grandkids were killed, all 3, Noah, Emily, Megan, Greg, Bryan, and Carla. I want to get all of their names out there because it's important. These are all individual lives, and he must live with such guilt after surviving all of that. I can't even imagine the pain.
Well, hopefully that town will come together. They'll come together as a community, as a family, and try to rebuild and get past this moment, even though it's tragedy. Again, guys, head to our website if you want to donate and help these families out. Let's move on here. Hopefully something a little more happier for you guys. Trio night on Dancing with the Stars. Past champions hit the boards with current competitors. Frontrunner Jordan Fisher teamed up with Corbin Bleu and got 2 perfect scores. Good for you, Jordan. And Terrell Owens teamed up with his past champ, Kelly Monaco. Wow. I was so excited I ran right through that. Sorry. All right, and Terrell Owens teamed up with past champion Kelly Monaco, but he had his eye on something else other than the Mirror Ball trophy. Now check it out.
What?
After
you guys are crazy.
we get all 10s, then Kelly, you have to go out on a date with me.
Okay. If we get 3 10s, I'll go out on a date with you.
Oh, with that being said, we got to go get some practice in.
T.O. got eliminated, but at the end of the night, we hear that there might still be a date in the works. So good for T.O. there.
It's like same script, just different era. Like T.O.'s always after the girl.
Yeah,
like, find something else, T.O.
That's why he probably went on the show. I'm surprised more people don't hook up. You know what I mean on that show?
You took the word. I'm like, no. I'm like more, like public, like what they are there a lot of hours. There's a lot of small outfits.
There's a lot of
sweat.
There's a lot of bumping and grinding.
Sweat.
You know?
And we're not even talking R. Kelly, like real sweating.
Yeah. All right, digital producer Raquel Villanueva with news at this moment. Raquel, help us out over here.
Right now, people continue to sign a petition to replace Kevin Spacey on House of Cards with actor Kevin James. More than 31,000 people have signed the Change.org petition and say Kevin James could really elevate the show on Netflix. The future of the series has been in jeopardy after more accusers have come forward to say they were sexually assaulted by Kevin Spacey. The person who created the petition has reached out to the show, and I'll let you know if they respond. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much,
Is
Raquel.
the only thing that they have the names Kevin and...
I think that's it. I think one guy started for a joke, and now 30,000 people, including me, I clicked like on that. I like that.
I would too. I just happen to come across it. Yeah, I mean, every time I look at it, though, the number goes up.
What if they just did it and didn't address it? Like, he's just the president and no one talks about why Kevin James is just there.
That would be the best.
That'd be pretty cool.
Aren't you guys now thinking about famous people with your first name and who you could replace on something? I can't.
Tori Spelling would be all over it.
Jeff Goldblum, that's a good one. I'm nowhere near Jeff
Jen, you have so many.
I know. I'll go Jennifer Aniston because I like smart water.
Yes, smart water's good. Erica, you could be.
Okay. There's only one Erica Cobb. There's only one Erica Cobb.
Good save.
All right, eagle-eyed Netflix fans noticing something different on their feeds. Did you guys notice this? The thumbnail images for House of Cards no longer feature disgraced star Kevin Spacey. Now it's all about his co-star, Robin Wright. Many are calling for her to be the solo star of the show now, including actress Jessica Chastain, who tweeted that we're ready for the Robin Wright show.
Yeah.
All right, ladies.
Yes. I love this. I'm not a House of Cards fan, but I do love this. The only thing I don't like about this is anytime something like this happens and then the woman or whoever was behind the scenes gets the notoriety that they deserve, we never say she should have been in that position anyway.
Well, she is. If you watch House of Cards, guys, she is right there. I mean, she was promised to be president with him. Claire and Frank Underwood are right at the top. So she almost was already president. I think this is Robin Wright, not Robin Wrong. What?
Whoa. Oh, very nice. I would like to see it. I mean, I'm a huge fan of that show, and I think with all the other supporting characters, I think that'd be a good show. I would watch that. Absolutely.
I would start watching it for Robin Wright.
There you go. All right, Daily Blast Live covers trending stories and breaking news as it happens. Ebony Steele, what's coming up?
All right, well, Florida State University pulls the plug on its entire Greek life. What's going to become of that? And because one of the students actually partied to death. But the bold move changes campus culture. And Sia gets in front of a potential scandal and posts a naughty photo before the paparazzi can. Details are in the DBL buzz, but right now we need your help in voting on the topic in today's SmackDown. I've got your choices. It's reported that Kanye is refusing to make an appearance on the Kardashians' annual Christmas card. This got us debating. Should your partner participate in all of your family events? Or ugly sweater party invites are starting to be delivered, but we want to know, is the ugly sweater trend over? Head over to dailyblastlive.com to vote on which topic you want to hear our hosts debate in today's SmackDown.
Hi guys, it's Brooke Way with the DBL Digital team, and I haven't talked to you in a while. I miss ya. I miss all the fans. Tammy, Cheryl, how you doing, guys? Mr. Page fan. Shakara does have one story, and then so does Leo. Okay, we're doing it live. Here we go. Shakara, what's going on?
Well, trending right now on HollywoodLife.com, a little interesting story. Apparently, Kylie Jenner was caught buying tampons. You know, she's reportedly pregnant. So the question arises. What's she doing buying tampons if she has a bun in the oven? Now, I've never been pregnant, so I cannot get into the details, you know, and I would rather not get into those details. But, you know, people are asking a few questions. Here's the picture. They spotted, you know, she snapped Girls Trip with all of these good snacks, but somebody had a good eyeball and found so Girls Trip. Maybe it's for another one of the girls. You know, what you think, Brooke?
I think I'm not going to put it past Kylie to stage this and actually put those in there so people will start talking. That's just the way she is. That's just the way the family is. Leo's dying to tell his story, though, so let's get off this topic. Leo, here you go. Take it away.
So going back yesterday a little bit to the Disney possibly buying out Fox deal, there could be an Avengers X-Men crossover, guys. And let's not forget, earlier in March when Hugh Jackman finished off as Wolverine, he said that he would come back under one condition, that X-Men and the Avengers cross over. So this could be a return of Hugh Jackman. We don't know what could happen with this deal, but so much could happen. The Avengers and X-Men could cross over, which for any Marvel lover, this is a dream. I mean, two big teams coming together to take on one gigantic threat is great. Not only just that, though, we might see the Fantastic Four in the MCU as well, which is exactly what it needs. I mean, the movie wasn't, the other movies weren't too great, but they're going to be a lot better if Disney comes in and takes over. Ladies?
Real quick, y'all, we just want to show off our ugly sweaters. What do y'all think about our, Leo actually has Drake on his sweater. courtesy of Kelly Schuberth. I call her Shuby. That's Shuby sweater. And ugly sweater gang.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live daytime show covering trending stories live as they happen. Hey, it's time now for the DBL Buzz. That's all the interesting stuff that you're talking about and we're talking about too. So let's get it started with my boy, Jeff Schroeder.
All right, thank you so much, Ebony Steele. That's right, we love these stories so much, sometimes we can't stop talking. So when we hear Erica say, boo, and see these bees, we'll move on to the next story. And you guys are the ones buzzing us, so go to dailyblastlive.com and vote now. First up, Sia tweeted a new picture of herself before the paparazzi could release it for profit. We made it TV friendly, our DBL digital team here. Look at that bow, and here it is. I love it. And quote, she wrote, quote, someone is apparently trying to sell naked photos of me to my fans. Save your money, here it is for free. Every day is Christmas.
This is brilliant.
I love it too, I think it's great.
She also has a Christmas album coming out, so it couldn't have been better. I mean, she really got to promote her own self. But Sia, I didn't know, wrote so many songs. She wrote Diamonds by Rihanna, Pretty Hurts by Beyonce, Perfume and Britney Spears. I mean, what an artist. She has a lot of smarts up in there to do that, to preemptively put it out there, you know?
I don't want to see her naked. I just want to see her. You know what I mean?
I know.
But hardly see her.
But in the same position, I think I would probably do the same thing.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, why not? It's okay. Say, I'm going to get ahead of this. I'm going to control the temperature on it, and I'm going to go for it.
Yeah,
there it is. But I like it. We got a lot of information in there.
Yes.
All right, a former Real Housewife of Atlanta trying anything to get back on the show. Ooh, sources say Phaedra Parks' relationship with Criminal Minds star Shemar Moore is just that, a ploy to get producers to bring her back. Dating rumors started last week, if you guys remember, when Phaedra posted a picture of the two looking cozy on her Instagram. Take a look at this. We got it. And Erica, you actually called this out last week. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Jen's fixing her up over here.
I did. Thank you.
Erica, we're about to have a moment. Let's see.
Yes. She missed the hashtag TBT because that was a throwback photo from 2016.
Here it is.
And only time that she's been seen with Shemar Moore.
Yeah. Where's the sizzling pie?
I didn't want to do it. She made me do it.
But wow,
we can't just all just be standing there like, oh, we don't know. I mean, that fedora was pretty memorable. I remembered it from a year ago. You know that means something. I remember what I had for breakfast.
She forgets nothing.
Watch your social media with Erica Cobb.
I know.
She'll get you.
Do you think that she thought no one would notice? I mean, it was so stupid of her to post that picture.
I just think that she's I feel bad for her, actually. You know, I mean, the extent that she went to try to take Candy down was just, you know, a little disheartening.
Yeah.
She's a brilliant woman. Like, use your resources wisely, honey.
I agree.
All right. Oh, perfect. We got it coming in hot with our very own TV personality, Sam Shocker, with the new trending story.
Yes, yes, yes. Everyone loves the elf on the shelf, but the turkey on the table, it's what's coming in hot this holiday season. Two moms created it to teach children about gratitude. So you take a feather. Let me grab the turkey. You take a feather. You write down what you're thankful for. Then you display it on the Thanksgiving table. Here's what we are thankful for at DBL.
I'm grateful for having a healthy baby girl, my Sophie. I am grateful for my friendships and, of course, my humidifier.
I am thankful that I won't have to see this bird after Thanksgiving.
I'm very thankful for my family and the perseverance of the creator of this turkey. Keep dreaming.
I'm also really thankful that PI Erica Cobb has not yet looked into my social media history.
Well played, Sam Shocker. Well played.
I don't say anything, though.
What are you thankful for, Erica?
I'm thankful for this job. No, for real. I mean, we've all talked about like what we were doing, you know, shortly before this, and I think you get to the point where you think that your dreams make you crazy. Like I've figured out, like maybe I'm not as crazy as I thought I was.
Right.
Like
you're doing a good job over there, Erica Cobb.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of looking what you made me do, just read the rest, Tori.
Is Taylor Swift going too far to protect her reputation? Still ahead, why the ACLU is calling out the mega star. And Ebony Steele, the SmackDown's coming up, right?
You better believe it, Tori. Okay, we need you to go to our DBL app or go to dailyblastlive.com so you can help us choose what SmackDown topic we're actually going to smack down. Should your partner participate in all of your family activities? Think about that. Or is the ugly sweater trend over? Look down. You might be wearing one, so maybe it's not. Go ahead and vote, and we got the SmackDown coming up.
Hey guys, it's Connor Ashley. We're hanging out in the digital lounge. We're, tracking all the trending stories right now. And first up, we have a tech story. It's coming out of TechCrunch.com. Google is apparently going to be adding wait times to their new feature on Google Search and on Google Maps. So when you search for your favorite restaurants, it usually shows you right below it the popular times for that restaurant on that day. Well, now they're going to start adding wait times. So that way, before you get to the restaurant, essentially how long you'll be waiting for a table. So I think that's a really handy thing. And I think as technology enhances, it's going to get a lot more useful for that. So, alrighty, Kelly Grega, it looks like we got Twitter's trending right now.
Yeah, this is breaking as of 13 minutes ago. Twitter has just expanded its character count. So now instead of 140 characters, it's 280. That's double.
That's double, wow.
And we're still getting reactions from the Twitter sphere. I know our social media manager, Patrick, is not very happy about it.
Patrick's not thrilled about it, clearly.
But this was just breaking on CNN, and Twitter itself actually released this information. They did a test a while ago where only a few users actually had this capability, and it was really divisive then too, because Twitter's a platform for easy thought and getting information out quickly. They're wondering that this change with more words, is it going to be more misinformation? So we'll keep tracking on this. What's your double take or DBL take on this? Do you want more characters or less?
Yeah, I mean, I think, being concise is just what Twitter's all about, and I think it really challenges us to fit everything into 140 characters. So maybe that it's doubling, Twitter won't be as appealing. I mean, give us your guys' DBL take on that story.
I'll give you mine.
Okay, great. Brett Forrest, what's your DBL take?
No one cares what I say in 140 characters, so no one's really going to care about what I say in 280. Anyway, I have another story.
Great.
If you'll allow me.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So this is about Taylor Swift's reputation, and that is not the album cover. Sorry, my mistake. There we go.
Wow, that wasn't intentional at all.
No, so anyway, it comes out Friday, as everyone knows, because I keep talking about it. But there is some concern on whether or not she's going to make it available on streaming services like Spotify, Pandora, Tidal, all those. And the rumor is that it's not going to be available on Friday, but maybe in the future, which is upsetting because I was going to host a listening party, and now I don't know.
Well, now you're going to have to buy it.
I know. Now I have to give money to that record company, I guess.
Well, I know that she wasn't on Spotify for a long time, and it just recently, her newer albums are on there now. So, well, maybe she'll, release it on the streaming services here in a week or so.
Yeah, that's what I imagine. But
she just wants to get all that money while it's still fresh. Alrighty, guys, leave your DBL take. Will you be listening to the Taylor Swift album? See ya.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time for that SmackDown. Now, just seconds ago, you voted to hear if we should be done with the holiday sweater trend. Well, go to dailyblastlive.com and tap Vote Here Now to select who wins. Okie dokie. Now, it really does matter who wins these debates. I'm going to tell you why. The host that wins the most SmackDowns between now and Thanksgiving wins a donation to the charity of their choice. So go to dailyblastlive.com to learn about the SmackDown for charities. All right, it's holiday party time, and that means ugly sweaters will be seen at parties. Every year, it seems as though the sweaters get uglier, and their popularity is rising. So it got us debating, is the ugly sweater trend over? Here to lead the SmackDown is radio girl Erica Cobb and our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder. Right now, Erica has 12 wins. Jeff, oh, you got 10, but you got on the cutest ugly sweater. So let's start with you. Jeff, go.
Okay, this sweater, strange. Yeah. This is just taking off, this trend. It's so good. Why would you cancel it now? That's like saying costumes are getting too good. Let's cancel Halloween. Easter eggs are too colorful. Let's stop Easter.
Yeah. That was cute. That was cute. But I think that you're wrong about it just starting. I think that the novelty has just worn off recently, because it used to be about combing through your parents' or your grandparents' closets, or maybe making and manufacturing an ugly sweater. And now they have ugly sweater companies that you pay an absorbent amount of money for something that's nasty and ugly. So no, I think it's over. It's done.
All right. Right now, Jeff is winning with 63% in the ugly sweater. Jeff, go.
So cancel St. Patrick's Day because people drink too much. Arbor Day, trees are too beautiful. You want to say hashtag ban trees? Ban Arbor Day? We need Arbor Day.
This is
it all stems from
why
this.
we should ban ugly sweaters. Because ugly sweater people are not inclusive of those with a stronger fashion sense. And therefore, they discriminate against people who don't want to wear ugly sweaters. And then it becomes like, oh, well, you don't wear the ugly sweater just because you take pride in your appearance. That's not right.
My last point. My last point. We look good. We look good. They're fun. They're fun.
Because you pulled it out
in a million years you would not wear that.
And the winner is Jeff.
It was Arbor Day. It was Arbor Day.
TV personality Sam Shocker with a new trending story that's coming in high.
I feel like Jeff just cheated with having Brooke and Tori there.
And they lied.
Yeah, I'm with you, Erica. All right, the Lego set celebrating the women of NASA is coming in hot at the top of Amazon's toy list. The new set features iconic astronauts Mae Jemison and Sally Ride, along with computer scientist Margaret Hamilton and astronomer Nancy Roman. We put the set together. Take a look. It's so cool. I'm here with digital producer Leo. You really did help us put this set together, and we love that it celebrates the critical roles women played in NASA's history. Amazing. Cheers. All right. Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Sam Shocker. Well, a plane is forced to make an emergency landing. Well, it's not really a sweater, it's a vest. Wait until you hear why. Then meet the TV anchor behind the classy, callback when a viewer tries to body shame her. Why she's not letting the hate bring her down. Plus, from sugar to shade, up next, we're sharing some of our favorite celebrity social media postings. Stick around.
Promotion.
Hey guys, it's Connor Ashley from the digital team. So if you just saw that SmackDown, poor Erica wasn't thrilled that she lost. She clearly doesn't like the ugly sweater trend. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, Connor, you out of everybody have to ask me why I don't like the ugly sweater trend.
Sorry guys, gotta reset.
Back to what I was saying. It's ridiculous, okay? All I'm saying is that people are paying over $100 for these nasty sweaters, and you know what you could be doing? You could be paying $100 and add about 30 more and get yourself a Rent the Runway membership where you could wear something a little bit more respectable. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. I mean, that's a mic drop moment right there if I ever heard one. So thank you. I agree with you. I hate them. I'm over them. I mean, they were like cute for like a year or two, but
and
I'm over it.
like mothballs half the time, you know?
True, true. Well, there you go. Do you guys like the ugly sweater trend? Do you guys think it's over? Yeah, leave us your DBL take in the comments down below.
Every little thing.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Guys, comedian Al Jackson shares what he's loving on social media right now. We call it DBL likes.
That's right, Jeff. We should call it DBL loves because I'm loving this. Celebs have been busy posting videos all over social media, and we found a few that we like. But let's take a look at the first one. As it comes up, you may not, if you don't see it, then just keep, is this supposed to be, is it playing? I don't know. Listen, it's about emojis and liking things. So first up, we have Taylor Swift, who posted a video from her listening session. Remember, she had those fans over? Here's what she posted. Take a look. It's from her album Reputation. Watch this.
Oh my gosh, I just met Taylor. She did a meet and greet with all of us, and she was so nice. I just can't. I just can't. It was unreal.
Oh, that's right. People are loving it because, I mean, how often do diehard fans get to show up at your house? Usually they have to stalk you for that, but she was nice enough to invite them. Well done. Next up, we have Katy Perry's Insta story. She posted a video of her hair getting did and her makeup getting done. We can't tell how she's feeling about it, but if we look at her face, we kind of can. Take a look. You know what? Look at her face, guys. That's why it doesn't matter if you're famous. You're still going to be sad. Finally, the DBL Nation has mixed feelings about the Nene Leakes moment. I'm kind of digging it. I just like her boots. Let's see what you guys think. Take a look. Now, she wore these on the streets of New York City. I don't know if I didn't really understand her T-shirt. Maybe it's just maybe I'm into a lot of drama, but I definitely like her boots. Well done, Nene. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, guys. We'll be right back.
It's Connor Ashley. We're just hanging out behind the scenes of DBL. We just did the like this segment with Al Jackson. He's over there talking to our executive producer, Maureen, and we're getting ready for the next segment with all of our wonderful hosts here. So can you give us a little sneak peek into the next segment?
Sure, but first I would like to say that Kristen Chenoweth was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and she had the same boots that Nene Leakes had on, and she said some of us get them for free and some of us pay. That was shade. I wanted to throw that out there because it was very important. Now, what's coming up next? What are we talking about next?
Florida State, the Greek.
Oh, yeah, Greek life. Never pledged.
How about this one, Cobb? P. Diddy?
Oh, yeah, P. Diddy, Brother Love, but now back to P. Diddy.
Yeah, he said Jersey Shore. Well, don't
Jersey.
give away all of it. You can't give away the whole show.
Oh, y'all should watch. It's a good show.
No, I mean, I love those boots, though, that Nene, but I understand, like, you know, some people pay for the boots and some people might have gotten them sent to them.
Figure out how to get things sent. I mean, can I get a burger sent? Just something?
You just want the boots, I think. Somebody send the boots to her.
I would love the boots, but I'm a long way from getting those boots sent, honey. I can always dream. I can always dream.
Well, there you go. So we have a lot of great topics coming up. They're going to be talking about fraternities and sororities. Were you in a fraternity or sorority? Leave us your DBL take down below. It might get heated, so you're going to want to watch.
15 seconds here, guys.
It won't get heated.
10 seconds. 5 seconds here, guys. 3, 2.
It's Daily Blast Live, the only live show that covers breaking news and top trending stories that are happening, guess when? Right now. We are live, can't you hear us, in the DBL studios, where our team is busy tracking the top stories and videos right at this moment, as well as the top feel-good trending stories right now. Well, it's voting day across the country. Local and state elections have social media users posting their I voted stickers as a reminder to get out the vote, even on an off year. And right now, United Airlines is flying a farewell flight for its last Boeing 747. The megajet has just taken off moments ago from San Francisco and is headed to Honolulu. And last night on Jimmy Kimmel Live, country stars Brad Paisley and John Fogerty of Creedence Clearwater Revival put on a show for thousands of active and retired servicemen and women. Check it out. We're trending, 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 trending. Jeff Schroeder, it's on you.
Wow, thank you, Ebony Steele. That was very creative. Joining me right now is radio girl Erica Cobb, Biggest Loser trainer Jen Wiederstrom, and pop culture guru Tori Shulman. No dances from you ladies, huh?
Rolling.
There it is. I'm Jeff Schroeder. Let's get. You want to do a little? You want to do a little shimmy?
It's hard. When Ebony does the song and the dance, I kind of feel a little insecure.
Well, let's just move on. Let's just move on. Florida State University has issued an indefinite suspension on all fraternities and sororities. This comes after a 20-year-old fraternity pledge died on Friday after a house party. Nearly a quarter of the students at the school were members of a Greek organization. So there's been a lot of talk, guys, even from the DBL Nation, back and forth on this. Are fraternity sororities a good thing or are they a bad thing?
God, well, speak personally.
Here's what I'll say personally. I went to University of Michigan, first of all. Go Blue. We all love you, Michigan. However, I had crippling depression because I couldn't find my group. I couldn't find a friend to save a life. And I can become friends with a potted plant, honestly. So I would have given, one of my biggest regrets in life is not joining a Michigan sorority. It would have given me a place, a sense of worth. I would have been around friends. I would have been protected. I could have done cool charity work. They did a lot of stuff together. And instead, I had 4 years of a really miserable experience. So I'm going to stand up for sororities. I think maybe hazing should be cut, but not frat and sororities.
Well, you know, the thing that stands out to me is the idea that you believe now that if you were a part of this group, then your experience would have been more positive, and that you weren't able to find that on your own. There might have been other factors. I went to a school in DePaul University in Chicago, and we were told that there weren't Greek life housing because of the brothel law, which I Googled today. It turns out that the brothel law is urban legend. That's when you have 8 or more women who aren't married living in a house together. But as a result, everyone just took that as fact, and there aren't Greek houses, but there's still Greek life. So maybe the option is to cut out the houses and keep all the philanthropy and all the great things that Greek culture does.
Yeah, it's just tough because it was such tragedy. I don't want us to kind of graze over the situation. It was terrible tragedy. A 20-year-old young boy is gone now because they were irresponsible.
And every year something like this happens, so it's not the first time.
This year alone. I mean,
like kids, I'm not trying to diminish this at all, but people die outside of college frat houses from a lot of other things, like people have alcohol poisoning that have nothing to do with hazing. So I think it takes a lot away from your college life to get rid of a Greek life that could be, you could be sisterhood and brotherhood the rest of your life.
So it's like hazing gone, Greek life in.
Yeah.
So why do you have to live together, though?
Because I think there's a certain bond. I lived with a roommate that she and I didn't get along. If I had 7 girls, I would have had a blast.
You think so? I
really
lived in a house with 6 other women, and it was not a blast.
Well, I would have had a blast. I know I would have. I would have had a daily blast live.
There you go. Digital producer Raquel Vina-Wave with news at the moment.
Trending right now, a Qatar Airlines flight to Bali was forced to make an emergency landing after a woman found out her husband was cheating. The husband was apparently sleeping when she used his thumb to unlock his phone, and that's when she found out he was having an affair. The woman reportedly started hitting him and wouldn't stop. The crew tried to intervene, but the woman wouldn't calm down, so the flight had to make an emergency landing. The woman, her husband, and children were taken off the plane, and the flight went on to Indonesia. Back to you guys.
Whoa. Thanks, Raquel. And the one part of the story they missed, they charged them $25 extra for cheating on her husband.
It's all those hidden fees.
So they get you every time.
I want to know, were they on their way to vacation or were they on their way home?
That's a good question.
So many questions.
And it's interesting to me because facial recognition on the iPhone, she could have opened the eyes and gotten in that way too.
Well, no, what you woke up?
Well, maybe done it slowly.
Get out of here.
Choose the thumb. That's true. All right.
All right. Here's one way to fight crime. Police in East Lansing, Michigan, posted this on their department's official Twitter feed. They wrote, we taped Stranger Things spoilers all over the walls of the jail this week. Some extra motivation for you not to end up there. Ooh. We put a call into the East Lansing PD to find out if it worked. We'll keep you updated if we hear back from them. So, yeah, we didn't hear back. And how about this as a motivation? Don't be an idiot. Don't break the law. Don't break the law. How about that? Well, nobody? All right, break the law. Go there and get a spoiler.
Jail keeps me from going to jail.
Right? I know. Why do you need extra motivation?
In Arizona, Joe Arpaio, who I disagree with almost everything he did, but he did make inmates wear pink shirts, which is ironic, because he thought it would deflect people from wanting to go to jail. I think this is way better. I would definitely not want to know Stranger Things ending.
From a behavioral standpoint, it's called loss aversion. People are more motivated by something they're going to lose than something they're going to gain.
I see.
So the fact that they're going to lose out on these amazing shows and watch the season is like, okay, maybe I won't rob the bank today.
You know, clearly everybody having this conversation and pontificating over it has never visited anybody in jail, because I'll tell you, jail will keep you from going to jail.
All right, there we go, Erica Cobb. Guys, we have some breaking news right now. This is very serious, so button it up. This just in, P. Diddy is not changing his name to Brother Love, okay? I know he says now it was a joke, and we want your take, DBL Nation. Do you think, go to our website and vote, but do you think that this was just a joke, or do you think?
Well, I heard from...
we have a quick soundbite of P. Diddy. Sorry, here we go.
Perfect.
Hello, is it me you're looking for? Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I've come to the conclusion that you cannot play around with the internet. I was only joking, okay? I didn't change my name. It's just part of one of my alter egos.
Is he like on something?
Ay.
First of all, don't bring Lionel Richie into this, okay? I defend him to the end. Don't bring in Lionel, but
I agree.
But come on. This was just, but he's full of it.
Listen, he was 100% serious yesterday. I'm not buying that. And I think he woke up and he's like, what the hell did I just do? And he looked at his Instagram.
And also, Ebony Steele found out something amazing. There's a wrestler named Brother Love who said, yo, you take this, I'm going to sue you for copyright infringement. So guess now it's a joke. Now it's a joke. So I think you're absolutely right. He was 100% real.
Yeah,
I
that
think he
brother
was.
not feeling the love anymore.
No.
See, we could be friends because yesterday I told him we wouldn't be friends if he changed his name. Now we could be friends.
He heard you.
I'm glad he's happy.
That's actually the reason. It wasn't Brother Love. It was me.
It was Jeff.
There will be fake tans. There will be fist bumping. And you know what that means. MTV's newest show, Florida Bama Shore, is coming. Let's take a look.
Apparently she's a Wiccan.
Oh, where's that Jesus candle? I just want to have one-night stands. You think I'm scared of you?
It's about to go down.
Oh.
I'm strangely interested.
All right, well, I'm sure a lot of people are, but you know who isn't? The original cast of the Jersey Shore is not psyched. The situation wants people to tweet their support of the original cast and bring his show back. So I reached out to Mike. He's a friend of mine. We did marriage boot camp together, and I wrote him, what do you say about, I asked him, what do you think about this cast? You guys not coming back? And who would win in a beer pong championship between you and the cast? And,
hard-hitting questions.
Hard-hitting questions, and he wrote me back. I hope your family's all good. No comment on the situation.
Oh.
Get it? No comment on the situation. So he had nothing to tell me, so I don't know where they got that quote from, but I reached out to him personally.
Do you guys think this will be a hit?
Unfortunately, I think it will be. I like the old cast, you know, but I think this will be a hit as well.
Well, the old cast can't come back and do the same thing. They would call DCFS. There'd be child welfare involved. I mean, at some point, you got to grow up. The situation needs to check. We get it. I respect that, Mike. I respect that.
But could you imagine the casting line for this new show?
Oh, yeah.
Like what the breakdown must be?
How fun it would be to be a casting for that.
Yeah, do you have no self-worth? Sign on up.
Wow. Comedian Al Jackson with the new trending story coming in hot.
Wow, Tori. I feel it. Oh, ranch dressing. The only way to turn a salad into the equivalent of a birthday cake with calories. It's not just for eating anymore now. It's for wearing, guys. That's right. Hidden Valley Ranch has got a new holiday collection, and it's coming in hot. Yes, one person's clapping. They just launched festive gifts for the ultimate ranch fans, whoever they may be. Rock these if you can read these. Bring me ranch. Look at these socks. I love these. You got a holiday ranch sweater. I need that in my life. And what could be cheerier than a bottle of ranch dressing on your chest? I submit nothing. If a bottle isn't enough, how about a ranch keg if you don't care how long you live? And that holds almost 2 gallons of ranch. It's almost a year's supply of Hidden Valley Ranch. And guys, it's only 50 bucks. Can we get pass the hat around, get some money together? Let's do this. Back to you guys.
I will not be participating in that at all. No money from me. Daily Blast Live is all about live news as it's happening. Ebony Steele, what's coming up?
I will tell you, it's all about the 7 dwarves, or Snow White and the 7 dwarves. They go K-pop. And of course, Al is going to sound off on this next. You can imagine what he'll have to say. And we want to give a DBL shout out to 2 Washington, D.C. brothers, Eli and Jonah Zucker. They donated 150 pounds of Halloween candy to raise money for hurricane relief and to support the U.S. troops. Way to go, bros. We'll be right back.
We are back on break, and I want to talk a little bit more about the Jersey Shore with these guys. Hey, Jeff, so when you worked with the situation, sorry, I'm putting you on the spot here.
No, go.
So did he talk about the Jersey Shore a lot?
Yeah. He's admitted, he's open about all like his days and his drug use back when they were on the Jersey Shore and all that stuff. He's clean now. When I did a show with Mike on Marriage Boot Camp, that was 2 years ago. He was already clean for some time, and he's still clean to this day. So I keep in touch with him here and there. You know, we're not best friends, but we did do that show together, and he did reach back out to me today after I reached with him. So he's a good guy. I vouch for Mike. He's a great guy. He said he was, you know, a little out of his mind during those years. You know, like, he goes, all the fame came so fast, and it was hard for him to deal with it all. And I could imagine, you know, but now he's just a funny guy. He's been in a relationship with the same girl we did the show with, Lauren. So I wish him the best. Mike's a good guy.
I mean, you did Big Brother, and, you know, you guys were all isolated from the world, where they were kind of just out in the middle of the shore. I mean, do you think your experience would have been insane if you guys were like if you guys were living in the real world in that Big Brother house with, you know, interacting with people. I think you guys would be different than you were isolated with each other.
Yeah, I think so. I think the outside world really drives like your motivations or what you want to do and having other people. So at the end of like their heyday, I mean, there was girls just throwing themselves at those guys.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
And I know there was so much alcohol in Jersey Shore. Was there a limit on alcohol in Big Brother? Because I wonder if there wasn't.
For sure.
So if there wasn't, would it have been more similar to the Jersey Shore? I mean, would you guys have been out of control?
It's totally two different shows. I know you're like asking the question to connect the two. They're two totally different shows.
One's competitive.
One's a game show. One's the game is going out and seeing how smashy you can get.
true.
Yeah.
Right,
So
sure.
our show, like, there was no contact with the outside world. You got one beer every 3 days, and that was like one beer for you.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'd be like, Jordan, you really want to drink your beer? Or you just want to give it to me?
Wow.
And trust me, she's like, I'll have my beer.
Yeah, I know Jordan. She definitely would.
Yeah.
My other question is the casting. How important do you think it is? Because like the group that they found in Jersey Shore was magic, and I think Big Brother is the same thing. You got to have a good cast. You know what I mean?
I think more. Yeah, you do. It's all in the casting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all in the casting. Mike talked a little bit, but I can't remember exactly what he said, how it went down. So I don't want to like take words out of his mouth. But it was interesting when he was telling me how it all went down. You know, and he was actually one of the front runners, I think, for a long time. Again, I don't remember the whole story, but it was interesting.
But it'll be interesting to track Floribama and see if it's as exciting as Jersey Shore was. So stay with us, guys. Let us know if you're going to watch it on MTV or not. We'll talk to you more in a bit.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking the trending topics that you are talking about right now, no matter where you are watching. It's time now for Al Sounds Off, where my brother, the comedian Al Jackson, rants and raves about all the crazy things that he's found on the internet. And our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder, is here to help him out. Take it away, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Erica. That's right, I'm here with everyone's favorite comedian, Mr. Al Jackson, in our favorite segment, Al Sounds Off. All right, Al, we've been doing this for a while now.
We have.
We're friends. I think I'm safe. I'm in a safe zone with you.
We are.
I like boy bands, Al.
You've admitted that. I respect you.
I like
for
boy
that.
bands, I like man bands, and I like K-pop. Check out this new group.
All right, let's check it out. This is so embarrassing. Even their shoes are trying to get away from them. Yeah, Jeff, I don't know if you noticed, they're one dwarf short. They might need one.
Yes, Snow White and the Six Dwarves in this video.
I know. It's like Snow White and the Six Dwarfs. I think that you could be the last one. You can be creepy, because that's what this video is. This is a little strange.
Hey, if it means I'm in a K-pop group, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, look. I think that could be you, Jeff. It's like, finally, we have Snow White through the eyes of an Asian male teenager. I've been waiting for this for years. I'm loving K-pop. Are we joining this boy band or what?
Yeah, I'll let you know when they call me.
Do it, and let's keep it moving to the next one.
All right, let's move it, Al.
Yeah.
Al, this next one, I definitely got to take you on. I know you're not that much of a camper, but I'm going to get you to go camping.
I'm an indoor cat, man. I don't go out a lot.
All right, well, this might put it over the top, Al. Check this out.
See.
Look how fun this is, Al.
I'm already out. Why don't we just stay
It's a beautiful.
It's like combining the two things I'm scared of, tents and water. I'm a black man. I don't go outside like that. This is just weird, because this is such a bad idea. It's literally a figure of speech. It's like literally you're up a creek without a paddle. This is terrible. But I did watch this, and it does have some amenities. You can lay in it, and, you know, if you look, there's a bathroom all around you.
Yeah, that's good.
Anywhere you go, there's a bathroom. There's a doggy door so that the gator that's going to eat you can get in easy.
Nice.
I think this is a horrible idea. And but there is a window so you can see yourself going over the waterfall. Bad idea for the floating tent. You're out of here.
Well, don't worry. We're going to take some video of me and Al in that tent. All right, let's do this, Al. I don't know any other way to introduce this, but cat tissue box. Just take a look.
Yep.
It kind of speaks for itself.
First of all, I would have that look on my face if that was happening to me, too. I just like that the cat doesn't look like he's not. I mean, but it does answer the question, how bad do you want a Kleenex? You know, it's like, you feel bad enough to, like, reach in there? And finally, I mean, it's like, look, I just hope if you get this that you don't have an actual cat, because he's walking around like, hey, am I next? That's gross. We're done. That's been Al Sounds Off. See y'all next week. They took all my good jokes.
They took all Al's jokes. That's Mr. Al Jackson, everybody. Al Sounds Off. All right, digital producer Raquel Villanueva with news at the moment. Raquel.
It's only November, but it is beginning to look a lot like Christmas at the Magic Kingdom. Here's a peek at all the holiday decorations up now at Walt Disney World. They will continue to go up the rest of the month. And the Disney shops are stocking the shelves with ornaments. If I had to guess, I think Mickey is a fan of ugly Christmas sweaters. Back to you guys.
Oh, thanks, Raquel. That makes 2 of us. And FYI, my tree's already up too. Daily Blast Live is all about live news as it's trending. Ebony Steele, what's coming up on Daily Blast Live?
Well, if you see the band at Johnson County High School in Georgia, take a close look at the drum line. Yep, that 6-year-old Morgan Prosser, the first grade drummer, has earned a spot in the high school band. He's been performing since he was 2. And a Texas TV reporter, she actually, speaks her mind at body shamers. Listen.
This is the way that I'm built. This is the way that I was born. I'm not going anywhere. So if you don't like it, you have your options.
She shares her empowering message in a live interview. Guess when that's coming up? Next on Daily Blast Live.
Hello. Hi. Yeah, we're in the DBL lounge. 1 second as I pull this up. Anyways, this has been trending really high on Twitter Moments all day. And Tiffany has released their Everyday Objects holiday collection, but everyone's saying that it's kind of an insult to people who are non-rich. So let's go through some of this stuff. We are looking at just a ball of yarn for $9,000, a tin can for $1,000, a paperclip bookmark for $1,500, a triangle for $400. I mean, it just gets more eccentric and expensive from there. And a lot of people are just saying, we have someone saying, the paperclip better keep my life together, which I cannot agree with anymore. But I think a lot of people are just reacting to this that, why do this? Is this a joke? Is this a way to brand yourself and get the Tiffany name out there? It's already an established brand, so I think a lot of the backlash is more, what audience are you attracting with this? Who's actually buying these items? We want your DBL take on this story. Obviously, it's a very divisive issue. And is this for the rich or is this for a joke? So I'm going to pass this off to our other digital producer, Brett Forrest.
Hi, what's up, guys? Brett Forrest here in the DBL Digital Lounge. Woo! Anyway, I have a kind of weird, bizarre, offbeat story. It's this Glasgow, Scotland, Nirvana-themed restaurant. I mean, the band Nirvana. And it's a vegan restaurant, and they're just trending right now, mostly because they offer this contest that any customer who posts a photo of themselves with their food in an extreme situation can have a chance to win more free food. So the top post right now is this guy, customer David Sharp, with a meatball wrap on top of a mountain. And this came into prominence mostly because the bassist from Nirvana actually discovered the restaurant and posted about it on his Facebook. So now it's kind of blowing up on the social media interwebs. But where would you try to take an extreme photo for free food? I climb a lot of mountains myself. I've never climbed one this high, though, so I don't think I would take the top prize. But let me know, guys. That is all I have right now. And keep watching. See ya.
Yeah, he tweeted about how excited he was to finally have one.
Dude, all celebrities or anyone they die, it's because of
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, daytime's only live show with the top trending and breaking news happening now. Time now for the extra shot. It's the story that made you say, give me another round, since it's so uplifting. Today we're talking to a reporter we first introduced to you yesterday. She's gone viral for her epic response to cyberbullies. Check this out.
And oh, her body is too big for that dress, or she's too curvy. Or
Dallas traffic reporter Demetria Obalor is going viral for her response to body shaming. A viewer posted this about Demetria on Facebook, saying she looked ridiculous in her dress. Demetria stood up for herself.
This is the way that I'm built. This is the way that I was born.
And social media backed her up too, with help from Chance the Rapper. This traffic reporter is driving the haters away and inspiring others to embrace themselves.
Hey guys, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Just a little bit. At one point, you were asked to straighten your hair and were even bullied at your last TV job. What keeps you from caving into the pressure to change how you look?
You know, I mean, if you fold to the negativity, I think you have to ask yourself, then who do you become? You become what other people are expecting, and that's not always the best thing. You have to be true to yourself, and in this case, I mean, when it comes to hair, your body, your skin color, that's how you were born, and you know, it's taken a lot of people a lot of time to truly embrace that, especially since for so long, I mean, you weren't seeing a lot of diversity on the news, but you know, we're changing that, and it's so important to see that.
And Dimitri, you're helping change that, which is awesome. And you're also so fearless, you're self-aware, you're confident at 26 years old. So what role did your childhood and growing up in Kansas City play in that?
All right, first of all, that's Kansas City, Missouri. That's the show me state, all right? And that means a lot to anybody who's from the Midwest. Now, here's the thing. I mean, I grew up in the city, like the inner city. I mean, and if you grow up in the city, you grow up tougher, okay? I feel like there's so many things working against you, and so you're constantly in a battle just to succeed. And I mean, when you're in that climate, I feel like it strengthens you. And that's not to take away from anybody who grew up in any other area, but I'm just saying that's what was true for me. And so when I get any type of negative comment, you know, I just brush it off.
Your mama must be so fly to raise you to be such a strong woman. How about that?
Well, I hope so. Thank you. You know.
Thank you so much, and thank you for
I'm grateful, and I'm fortunate to have good people. Yeah.
Demetria Abalor, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We appreciate you. We see you, girl, and we are cheering you on.
Keep brushing out. Brush them out.
Thank you, Demetria. Well, thanks. So much love to all of you.
Digital producer Kelly with the Fast Blast. Kelly, what's breaking?
Hey guys, we do have breaking news right now. Former MLB baseball player Rory Halladay has died in a plane crash. His plane crashed in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of St. Petersburg. Halladay was an 8-time All-Star pitcher who played for the Phillies and the Blue Jays before retiring in 2013. He's one of the only 2 players in Major League Baseball history to throw a no-hitter in the playoffs, and he is expected to be added to the Hall of Fame when he's eligible in 2019. Now, Halladay is survived by his wife and 2 kids. He was just 40 years old. Back to you.
Oh, we're sorry to hear that. Our staff is busy tracking the stories that are trending and you're sharing. Cue the holiday music. This video just makes you smile. This 10-month-old boxer named Cherry loving her very first snow.
Promotional.
Hey guys, Connor Ashley. We're hanging out in the Digital Lounge. We're behind the scenes at DBL. I actually want to go over to Kelly Schuberth. You know her from her Fast Blast and her At This Moments. Hey Kelly, I just wanted to give you a little shout out for this outfit here. It is amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Also, yesterday you were wearing some very nice earrings. Do you want to give a little shout out for those earrings?
Oh, yeah, Lisa Lurch. It's a new earring company, so thanks for the earrings. These aren't them, but these are Blah Blah Bar, but...
Well, these are cute too, but yeah. So you actually tweeted out to what's it again?
Lisa Lurch, I believe it is.
Okay, well, you should hook Kelly up with some earrings. But we're just loving all the fashion here at DBL. I know you guys are too. You know, if you guys have any fashion questions or anything like that, our expert here is Hannah Moon, and I'd love to bring her on and ask her all of your guys' questions. So go ahead and comment your DBL take so that I can get those questions answered for you. All right, bye.
Every little thing.
All right, guys, welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We had some good times on the show today, huh, guys?
Some good times.
Some good times.
Some good times.
Way to sell that, Tori. Let's look at one.
Anybody? I'm also really thankful that PI Erica Cobb has not yet looked into my social media history.
Oh, my
That was a good one.
That's the only way a hat's going to fit on these braids.
You look like Carmen Sandiego. I loved it. Very good look.
Well, that wasn't the only good time we had on the show today. Let's look at one more.
We're trending, 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 trending. Jeff Schroeder, it's on you.
Yeah. Wow, that was good.
Amazing, Laura. She's waited her whole life for them. We're proud of this one.
Tori, could you top that? Why am I just going to you?
Rolling. No. The answer is No. No, but it's funny because I went to karaoke with Erica when we were first getting together. Do you guys remember this? You and I did Poison together, and we were like terrible. And then Erica gets up and starts singing, and the voice that came out of this one, it was a hidden talent.
Do you want to belt out with a couple choice tunes?
Come on, do it, Cobb.
Oh my gosh, I'm not a real singer.
Erica.
Oh my lantern.
Erica, here we go.
Time on my hands since you've been away, boy. I ain't got no plans. No. Okay, I'm gonna.
Wow! Way to step up to the challenge, Erica Cobb. All right, guys, this story's never stopping. We don't either. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Keep the conversation going, guys.
Love you, Cobb.